Ladies and gentlemen,
yes.
Problematic Gentlemen Podcast has returned.
You thought we died?
They thought we was done, bro.
I know y'all missed me.
I don't believe
yourself like
I'm
that,
the prettiest nigga on the panel, so it's like...
Here we go with that. We already know that this conversation, man. When we was going out all the time, I was the cutest nigga.
I was the cutest nigga.
And here you go with this shit. Mike, what you
Y'all
got to
know
say?
I thought you were about to say, what you think?
Y'all know I'm for it, man.
You for what? What was you about to say? What you
No, it's like I'm the pretty nigga, Jordan the high-headed like the young nigga. So it's like we like our respective lanes.
No.
It's like being in a boy band.
You the loud nigga.
No, I'm not loud with the hoes.
I'm
I'm the pretty nigga, you're the young
Oh, so you
nigga.
try to shut it down for the hoes? What you try to tell me?
Huh?
You try to shut it down for the hoes? You be loud with the hoes too, nigga.
Don't be loud with the hoes.
Okay.
You're the lion nigga now on this episode.
I'ma always be a lion.
He the moderator.
Boy, we got some shit coming to show y'all how loud Brandon get with the females.
Yeah, wow. So why you changing tune just now, bro? Now you a lion nigga too?
What you mean? I wasn't loud on it.
You call them hoes now they females.
I've never
Well, because I don't think that they was hoes. I think that they was females. Lady, y'all know who y'all are.
Right.
But anyway, get into this shit, Nick. This is episode 14. Problematic Gentlemen Podcast. We got some shit for y'all. I know y'all been waiting for these two topics. It almost damn near been, I don't even know how long, but a month or so, whatever the fuck.
A couple months of
It's
Sundays.
been too long for y'all, so we back with some action. You know what I mean? So first topic today will be pregnancy scares.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's
Are you
spooky.
scared?
It depends on what's occurred. To be honest with you. So I'm gonna start this question off, fellas. Have y'all, and any one of y'all can take it, have y'all ever had a pregnancy scare in itself?
I mean, we all know my situation.
Well, for the people that don't.
Yeah, go ahead, because some people may not.
I've had a pregnancy scare that turned into a pregnancy half. Shout out to that baby. You feel me? I love my daughter, but
Right.
I have had before that.
Yeah.
I've had about two.
Okay. Boy living on the edge.
But one, oh yeah, I was a cliffhanger for sure. One, I was like, I think I was in high school, bro.
Oh damn, nigga.
Yeah, but that was like, I think, and then it came out like, nah, we good.
Yeah, some young bullshit.
Yeah, some young bullshit. It was with my first ex, and then I was, what was I? I was in college when I had one, and it was like, a couple weeks, nigga ain't eat. Nigga was missing shots at practice and shit.
Breaking all over the place.
Like, nigga, you good? I'm like, yeah, it's like going on. And then I came out cool. So I had two.
Two total?
Yeah, two total, and then that wasn't a scare.
Yeah, that's actually happened, nigga. That was reality, nigga.
Facts.
So what about
I
you?
had two.
I
I danced with the devil a few times.
Okay. But you came out unscathed.
Exactly, that's what it's about.
I had one, and it was in my, I said early mid-20s, if that's the thing, it was like 24 type shit. And it was with a chick I was dealing with. Like if you want to call it dating, like I would chill up at her crib here and there. I would chill up at her crib probably like twice a week type shit, probably for like 3 months. And like obviously we talking raw sex at this point, but
Right.
I mean,
it's her fault.
this point.
And it was her fault. Yes.
Damn.
I'm gonna tell you why it's her fault. And it's like it wasn't necessarily a pregnancy scare, but my antennas were on too. Because like she had that, what's it called? IUD? I know one of them is a bomb and one of them is like something that goes in your vagina. Like so whatever one is the shit that goes in your vagina. She had the IUD?
IUD, yeah.
Okay,
right.
she had the IUD, right? So at this point, no condoms are in play. So we fucking mind you, it's the weirdest shit in the world when you feel that shit.
They never played.
That's my problem. Huh?
They never played.
That's my problem.
It's a cowboy.
Word.
But I found out about it because once she told me, but it's like, you ever feel the IUD inside the bro when you fucking?
Oh yes, that
shit is so
it's
weird.
uncomfortable to
Niggas.
And they didn't know that too. They be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. They'll like apologize about you being stroking. Like, nah, you got it. Man.
It's all good.
But,
Word.
she had that shit in, and then like that was cool. It's like, all right, I'm a dump, and then it is what it is. We don't got nothing to worry about. But one day, this bitch took a plan B, unbeknownst to me, and I was like, she told me afterwards, like a day or so afterwards, or maybe the next time we linked up, and I wasn't thinking nothing about it, but I'm like, I don't think you're supposed to do that, especially if you have an IUD.
Hell.
So
yeah.
then it got to
unnecessary.
Nigga, for what? You already have the line of defense.
She was shook.
She was.
You was dumping.
I was shooting the man. Remember the parties you niggas used to go to when you was young? Out Petra City and all that, and at the Pancake party, I was shooting the club up like that.
You was wild.
Wow. But so what happened was she missed a period, and that put me on red alert because I was like, so this means what? And then it was a waiting game on like a week. So it's like, during that time, you got some real shit to think about as a young nigga.
True, this is true.
And like, I'm saying young, but I was like, what, 23, 24 times? I think I was 24. But I was like, so if this bitch is pregnant, because I wasn't, my innate response is not to get an abortion. Now, ladies, you do what you do if that's what you want. Mm-hmm. But I was like, all right, well, fuck it. If this is where it starts, me being a dad, I have to be responsible and shit, I guess that's what I have to do. But the funny part of this story was, Shorty was like, she was cool with getting an abortion if she was pregnant. Nobody knew at this point.
If she was pregnant, yeah.
If she was pregnant. But
my type of chick.
I was nigga. She was like, well, I know I'm thinking about getting an abortion if we do. Well, not. She was like, well, just in case we are pregnant, can you like look into this certain kind of like abortion clinic, because like my sister, when she got an abortion, it was really traumatic for her, and like she just didn't recommend that experience. I was like, so like, what you need, like $300-$400?
Yeah. What you thinking it's still like some play place? Like,
yeah, like all right, what you got this little tuck right now. So she was like, no, but it's this different clinic. It's outside the city, and I was like, okay. She was like, it's $1,500 though. No. I was like, so what's different about this place? Well, they just treat you better, and it's just a nice. Bitch, they gonna scramble that little nigga's brains and milkshake his ass up out of you.
A murder is taking place at the end of the day. I'm sorry, ladies. Look.
Planetary destruction is taking place inside your womb.
Let's please be objective here. That's why I don't blame you for responding to that. Because if I was you in that predicament, I would have responded the same way. And she was even, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, what is the purpose? So I gotta go spend $1,200 more than I normally would. Well, actually, how much they want for that? I don't know.
What, regular abortions?
Yeah,
from what the streets tell me, it's about $300 to $400. Now, I've never gotten one, so that's all I know.
So I gotta go up spending that much more for the comfort of you to feel better when you leave about the murder that you did.
Yeah, that means nothing.
Because it's a murder, it's cool, but just like, I mean, because only you can get the abortion. You're still taking the life off this planet.
Yeah.
So it's like, do what you do, but don't think Brandon is paying $1,500 for that.
No.
She looked at me, she's like, I understand if it's a little too much, and I don't want you to.
But you said
I'm glad you understand that, because I will not be paying that.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
I will not be helping you.
I don't know. When that actually occurred, though, did you respond in that way? Was like, thank you for understanding, or like what you said?
What did I do? Was I silent?
Because I feel like I always just want to see how she respond. Like,
bro, I'm trying to remember. I definitely didn't play her like, I'm gonna go half. I was just like, I think it wasn't an argument because she wasn't an argumentative type of girl. But I was just like, but why are we not just getting the $300-$400? Mm-hmm. And she just kind of trying to sell me on her comfort. It's like,
that shit means nothing to me.
That means
nothing
to me.
But nothing.
No, it's right. You're right. Like it doesn't. You being comfortable in doing what needs to be done, I want to help with that. But we about to not go spend $1,500 to ensure that. And who's to say you go there and get the fucked up nurse or whoever the fuck take care of it, and she might be on a bad shift and having a bad day.
Can we just start with what is comfort for getting an abortion? Do they give you a kiss on the forehead like, it's all better than that? Like,
close your eyes.
How does that work, bro? You comfortable how? Because I know what won't be comfortable in my bank account.
Exactly.
And I wasn't a broke nigga back then, but it's like, I don't want to spend $1,500.
I don't care how rich or broke you are. $1,500, I'm not spending that for no abortion.
Mom,
you know what I'm saying?
I could just like, you want me to give you an anxiety and give you a miscarriage? Like, cause I could I could just walk around the house scaring you and shit until you like, bro. What? What's Jordan do? So with with me,
I'm trying to think, bro. Honestly, I never really pregnancy scares have occurred. Obviously, you said it did. For all of us, they've occurred to a degree. But if I had to count how many times, pregnancy scares. I want to say twice. Other little time within a relationship, but you know, it really wasn't even a scare. It was just her having a conversation like, yeah, I'm a little late on my period, which is always that. In your mind, like you said, when you get that conversation going, through a part of that week, you kind of like on edge, like, damn, like I hope she's not really pregnant. Like, but you know, we've been here before. She's probably just running a bit late. Mm-hmm. I've only had like a couple of pregnancy scares. I will say one. This was a, how could I put this? This would have been more than a pregnancy scare. I don't know if I told this story on this show. I don't believe I did. I've talked to y'all about this though. But this to this day, and I moved a lot different with certain situations after this occurred. So I don't think I talked about this. I was having sex with this one lady, a friend of mine that I was cool with from high school. She already had a kid. So that was back before I got on the whole I could never be a stepdad Jordan. Like I kind of was like not toying with the ideas. I didn't date a lot of single moms, but I was like, hey, like if I really like a chick, I might give it a shot. Yeah, it was before I knew a lot about what occurs in that type of lifestyle.
You were like, I was just trying to be there for like niggas how niggas was there for me.
So I can't save a life, young player. I can't save a life. I can't help but save a life.
You gonna be a statistic like that? You gonna be a statistic like that?
So this nigga. So to continue my story, I was really feeling her. It really had nothing to do with Lil Homie. Like I ain't even fuck with that shit. I was really feeling her. So like,
damn, fuck Lil Homie.
I mean, to be real. So like, I'm getting to know her, or whatever. I go over there a lot. It was just she was always with him. So it was like late night sliding,
baby boy and shit, kicking young boy Fort down and shit.
Stupid. So one night, it was a while, like we was talking for a little bit, nothing was occurring. And one night I stayed the night at Pop, right? It was at her apartment. So I wake up in the morning, you know, you just fresh off the morning, wake up, like, all right, I got some pussy from the bitch. Fine.
You ain't getting morning sex? I know you.
I'm not a morning sex nigga now.
Weirdo.
I will, but it's not, I don't really care for it, bro.
Is it the breath? Like?
No, it's definitely not that, because I don't care about that. It's just, like, I still be sleepy and tired. Like, I know I'm not going to give out grade A dick. That's why I don't really
that's why you don't do it?
That's really part of the reason. So, get back to show that I wake up, whatever. I'm literally on my way out, bro. Mind you, haven't had a conversation about contraceptive, if she's on any kind of plan. I mean, not plan B, I'm sorry, birth control, any of that shit. We had no conversation about this shit. But I'm thinking in my head, she's already had one that she's seen how this played out. It didn't work out, dad ain't around, so I would assume that she's doing something to not allow this to happen. But God, talk to me and see. I was tying my shoe on her bed where I was like a minute away from leaving. God was like, just ask her before you leave.
Right.
If she is on birth control. So I was like, giggling enough. I was like, yeah, so you on birth control, right? Tying my shoe. She was like, no. I was like, so you're not? No. I was like, well, last night when all that shit was going on and I did what I did, why you ain't like say nothing? And she's like, well, everything was going good. Like I just didn't want to be awkward and say something and mess the vibe up. And I was like, so
you didn't mess the vibe up like this?
I was like, so you didn't take this into consideration, what's happening now? She was like, no. I was like, so I was going to walk out and not say anything. You wouldn't have told me? She literally said, no. I was like, hold up. I'm about to go get this Plan B real quick. I'll be right.
Oh my God.
Back. So that's why I said, because we say pregnancy scared. Obviously, he didn't get to that point because it was literally just that day. But that would have, bro, if I did not say nothing to that female and just walked out with my daily life like I normally would, leaving from a chick crib in the morning, I would have probably had a kid.
Do Plan B's count as a pregnancy scare? Like if you fuck with a bro and then you get the Plan B like the next day?
I wouldn't. The thing is, I wouldn't say that. I only say this is the pregnancy scare because, bro, like I said, I was literally like,
you had no plans on like
60 seconds away from having a child. Like they're not even knowing that it could occur.
Right.
So I look at it like that. That's why I say I would claim that as a pregnancy scare because she would have got pregnant more than likely. But like,
you shot it like that?
Yeah.
Disgusting.
So it's like, so for me, that really was the main thing. Outside of that, bro, it really was always just a bunch of bullshit where it was kind of like, it's a chick not really being certain of things, but I knew it would kind of come to ground where it was like, nah, I'm not pregnant. So I never really had that type of scare. You feel what I'm saying? So getting on to the second question, because it seems like we all been through this bullshit. I'm glad that niggas don't have to deal with this anymore. It seems like it's not something that we have to partake in a lot now. But with this specifically, would you say these pregnancy scares, because it's like they happen at younger ages for all of us, do you say that it changed anything about how you move?
I learned nothing from those shits. Those shits didn't help me.
Wild boy.
Those shits did nothing for my fucking memory. That's my fucking problem. I don't fucking listen.
Yo,
I get into the coochie and I forget all the fucking
This
lessons.
nigga's like Dory from Finding
That
Nemo
was
where she
tough,
don't remember
bro.
shit. Like shit.
Word.
I don't remember
Yeah,
shit
bro.
from what the fuck this like. Let me do it again.
I'm type of nigga, if it was like, oh damn, you get hit by the bear trap.
Go back to the bar. What's wrong with
I'm
this?
at the bottle or shit.
Are you gonna touch the hot stove twice?
If it's coochie.
Yo, this nigga, somebody get this.
Yeah, bro.
I'm being honest
You
though.
feel me?
I am not a nigga from being
But
honest.
now that I can now look, I mean, I fucked up the most. You can't fuck her. You can't getting no worse to where I'm at now as far as the pregnancy is getting.
True.
So now
that situation came out of it.
Yeah. So now it's like, damn, I do be kind of fucking up. But still, even now, I'll be like, wait.
Because I guess you're saying at this point to be like, have I learned to a degree? It's been too late.
Yeah, like what do I learn now?
Nigga, like I'm here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's helped me for the future, and I ain't just out here like, yeah, I'm just popping, get them all going crazy.
You
from those? No, I didn't learn anything.
How about you?
I would say I definitely from the scare, because it's not. It's a scare. What I had was a scare, but it's not like a definitive scare because like there was no. I didn't have to go through it anything as far as like an abortion or anything.
Yeah.
So it's like she just missed a period and it ended up coming. But it was just drawn out a little bit, which was throwing pause for caution. But yeah, I definitely learned shit from that. It's like, so if I'm fucking with a broad, one, I learned from that, like, if she's on one of them contraceptives, don't take no motherfucking Plan B. You're gonna throw your shit off.
This is true. Yeah, I don't know, but she, like, that's
I don't know, to this day, I don't know why she did that shit.
She just got
like
too
not
scared.
making sense.
Yeah.
But
I don't get that.
buy this shit, you buy this motherfucking IED, and have your motherfucking gynecologist install it into you like a motherfucking memory card. And then it's like, you're supposed to be in there for a reason, but then you're just like, let me add some shit.
Let me do some other shit too.
Pot up.
Yeah,
whatever, but it's like I definitely learned to move different like that. One, don't allow a woman to take a contraceptive if she's already on something, and then it's like choose better. And it's like I still didn't choose better for a little bit as far as like the way I went about fucking bro. So it's just like, yeah, but like wet pussy just it's the shit though. It feels too good, so it's just sometimes man, look, I don't know about y'all, but when I've been in wet pussy before, I just like. Man, of course I don't want to make a child with this bitch, but this shit feel amazing.
Bro, nothing else matters, bro. I don't care about winning the lottery.
Bro.
You just is like you looking at the headboard or your eyes closed or her face or the ceiling or the back of her head or whatever you looking at you by the butt. And it's just like I'm about to accept the consequences. In that split second, you think about all the fucked up possibilities. Damn, I might be seen with this bitch. Whatever. Even let's just say she trash. You throw caution like I don't give a fuck because wet pussy is top.
But see, that's the one thing I'm happy that you brought that up because for me, that's what I would say. Now, granted, I agree with Brandon in the fact that I can't sit here and be like, you know what, I decided to choose bad as soon as that shit happened. I continued to choose bad.
Yeah, I learned nothing, bro.
I continued to choose bad, but I will say. It got the wheel rolling where it was like you just can't be out here slinging dick at everything. You have to understand and be a bit more decisive as to how you move with this shit. Because if not, you're gonna find yourself in a lot of predicaments you prefer to not be in. So for me, that was the one thing, especially from that situation. And I will also say, not to fault her in any way, but it's like I counted.
It's your fault.
I counted that not only a mixture of like the whole choose better. But it's like, I think a lot of that played a part into the whole single mom thing and not really being as open to dating them. Because I'm looking at the situation like, damn, like, she obviously didn't choose as great as she could have with the one that she got now. And then she got me, she wasn't going to be honest with me. So that kind of, to a degree, showed, like, repetition in her movement, how she go about things.
You
and I'm
just
like,
don't care.
Fuck, yeah. Like, you don't give a damn. But I also think she knew, like, all right, it's a good dude. He actually is trying. Like, if I got a kid... I'm good.
I think what that process is, because I remember when you told me the stories, like it took me a couple years to even like really sit there and think about your situation with that. I think she was just like you was probably about to get to, this guy's a good catch, so thank you. This guy's a good catch, he has his head on straight, does his thing. So if I have a baby with him, that's really a plus for me.
Yeah.
Because he's stable. Unlike maybe whoever else I was dealing with, because I have something in him if we do have a baby.
Right. And I looked at myself like, would I ever want to put my daddy down?
No, straight. Bro.
I can't even make that noise.
That was a sneeze that I ain't shoot out my fucking nose.
Nigga evolve into another Pokemon nerd, But yeah, like I said, it was a good mixture of that. That kind of sorry single mothers, but that kind of off-put.
Don't apologize to them.
Cause all of them not like that, man.
All of them aren't like that. All of them aren't like that. But the face of single mothers is a terrible person.
She just moved a bit slimy, and I think that put me in a position to feel off-put by single mothers, essentially.
That's not good.
And then
too nice.
Right, and then with this, it was like, all right, I just gotta choose better. Like I said, it took me a while. I came around to it eventually, and I think now in my life. That helped me realize that I could do a lot better with how I choose the women that I'm with. And I always say this to kind of speak even further into this. I don't know. This is something that we talked about before. Like, I always ask myself now, if I ever even contemplate the idea of any sexual activity with a female, would I be okay seeing this chick walk around with my kid? This is before anything occurs, any serious relationship, anything. It could just be a one-night stand. I ask myself that question. Now, granted, I might not know her well enough. It's just a one-night stand. We just linked up.
Right.
At that point, I'm only speaking to really physicality.
Right, of course, because we don't know them on a mental level. But it's like, man, look, this sounds shallow to the motherfucker. But it's like, yo, I don't want my baby mom to look a certain way, bro.
Can't be out here looking. No, you can't be out here looking Trinidad. I want to think. I ask myself, and I be seen with this woman in light. When God decides to bring the sun up and the moon go down, will I walk her out front of that door? I ask myself that. So, like you said, it might sound shallow, but there's certain things that will safeguard you from making bad decisions.
Well, I have to explain myself to my mother and family when I bring her around the first time.
Bro,
now, hold up, mom, before she come in.
She really nice. She got
fuck that, mom. I was wilding, but she carrying my child, and I'm going to try to make it work. Yes, I know she's built like a Ford Taurus. That's it. They don't make Taurus F-150s, nigga.
No, I said Ford F-150.
I said Taurus.
Fuck the Taurus.
You're right, but if she's built like an automobile in that sense, no. And I fucked up.
Why you gotta go straight to big women, bro?
Because a lot of times it's what that is.
If we're just talking about physicality, because it's like, big women, that's what we gonna attack innately, because most of the time we don't really want that.
Brandon be making it seem like he's about to say something so nice.
Big women. It's the worst that.
No, but it's like, big, ugly.
Those are just words.
Those are the physicality.
Yeah, that's what we're speaking to, because that's what you can see off top. We don't know your personality, but again, this is another discussion for another day. Your personality don't fucking matter.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? We can be a good person.
And that's why I was getting to the second question. I don't know, because y'all didn't speak. Well, yeah, I'm sorry, the third question. Y'all didn't speak directly to the people. I did with one person, essentially. But, in those moments, like when that shit occurred, probably not, but was it with people that y'all could potentially see yourself with? Like where it was like, if it gets to that, I can make it work.
No.
Not at all?
But I don't make good decisions at all.
Yo,
this is a might make horrible decisions first.
Yeah, this topic is like, I'm X across the board.
Yeah, it wasn't like, go ahead.
Ask the question again.
So, with the women that you got those pregnancy scares with, were they women that you could potentially see yourself
Was you cool
with?
where your sperm was at, nigga?
Yeah, like if that occurred.
No.
This nigga can't
He's straddling the fence like shit.
Yeah, bro, I'm like...
Was you cool if she brought that child to term?
This one was.
Word.
Alright.
You said it was two though, so just think about those two females.
Yeah,
they were women that you'd be okay with.
Okay.
Cool.
Mine, I would say mine was halfway, cause I wasn't really dealing with her on a real level. I was wasting her time, but I did at least get to the point. It's like, damn, if this is the case, it could be worse.
Yeah,
it could be worse. So it's like I wasn't. Hey, that's how I had to rationalize it, bro. Before I jumped out the fucking window.
That's a smart way to do it, bro.
Hey, it could be worse. She was a nice girl. She was attractive. She was a thoughtful person. She wasn't a bitch. Like, she wasn't terrible built. Mm-hmm. She was cute, but it's just like, it's not what I wanted at the time. So it's just like, it's the best of a bad situation. And it's like, I didn't feel like my life is over because I'm with this bitch.
Right.
So I say that. I would have just dealt with the situation.
Right.
I told you I wasn't forcing no pushing.
For me, obviously.
I'd be like, bitch, let me drive you.
But for me, personally, obviously with that one female now, I really didn't see that. I didn't see that becoming a thing, and I'm happy that it played out the way it did. And I think God, I asked that question because, like I said, I could have been there. So
thank you, Lord.
For me, that pregnancy scared enough. Now with obviously the chicks that I was in a relationship with, if you want to claim that they scared, that's different. Yeah, I'm okay with it if it were to occur. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, bro. It's just, like I said, you got to do certain things. I think we all go through things like this in life to put us in a position to understand and learn from. Like you said, Mike, you ain't learned from all of it. But even exiting that answer, I don't know if you noticed it, but you did kind of say something to be like, I did take away from the fact that I kind of got to chill and I learned my ways to chill. That's really what it's about. I think pregnancy scares in general is for you to learn. The scares, nothing comes from it.
Yeah.
So you're there to learn and realize, like, I really should not be doing this shit.
Another big.
That nigga about to get out of town. So getting back to this shit, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Take away from that. So asking this, what, fourth question, nigga? Yeah. See, we on a roll right now. So it's been a little bit, so we get that. So I really want to get y'all opinions on this because it's something that I guess I never understood because at the end of the day, it's a scare. Nobody's not sure of anything. But you ever notice in those situations, specifically with yours, Brandon, what you were just talking about with Shorty, like, it always seems like we have our moments of paranoia, I believe, but it seems like women be a lot more out of the box, like a rabid animal, don't know what the fuck going on when they feel as though a pregnancy scare is occurring while the man remains calm. Now, we might have our moments of anxiety, but we seem to remain more calm than they do, and we're both in the same page. We don't know anything. Why do you feel that is? Now, I know she's possibly the one to have the baby.
I think that's why I feel like it's because like they go through it. Like, all right, if I'm pregnant, I gotta go through this whole body shift, body change. So they instantly go to that. Like us is kind of like, all right, we kind of got this little time period where we can kind of talk about what we're gonna do. Let's just see if it's even real or not.
Right.
I honestly don't think females really take logic into any of their mindsets and how they think about stuff. So they go from like, all right, whatever is my shit was supposed to be on Friday, it's Saturday, it's over.
It's extreme.
9 months.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
they don't
extreme.
think like, okay, I could just be a little late.
Yeah.
We think about that first. Like you said, we have our little shits like, oh shit. But it's like, all right, she can get it on Saturday.
Yeah.
Sunday. If not, we can do this.
Right.
We take all that and
Step by step kind of process.
they just go like, oh, it's over.
Right.
Tomorrow I'm gonna be
Showing.
Humpty Dumpty in this motherfucker. And I think that's really why, bro. Because all the times that I've had to do was like, alright. Cause the two that I've had, it was people that I could actually talk to. So they was freaking out like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. I'm like, let's just see.
Just relax.
Let's see where it goes. We can't do nothing but see where it goes.
But we gotta figure it out before we even.
Right.
And I think, and like you said, I've taken that into account before you get to your answer B. I actually did. With you saying that helped me realize that I was undermining the fact that you never really can. I just think I'm so used to it occurring. We do as men, and this is not on no misogynistic bullshit.
Just facts.
As men, we do think with a bit more logic, and we take our time with things, and understanding. Right.
You can break any, what do you want to eat at?
Being more realistic as to what could occur and what could not occur. And I do give them credit and the idea of understanding, because I mean, we never have to go through that. I never have to worry about a baby growing within my body. So I understand. I understand the process of that. But I just look at it like, it's something that y'all can ease off of. That's why it's important, ladies, once again. I'm talking about how I gotta choose better and how I put me in position. Look, if you fuck a nigga and he's not even helping, if a nigga fuck you and he's not even helping you get through this moment of uncertainty and this stress and all this pressure and paranoia that you got going on, what does that say about your pussy management? Please tell me, because you got bad kitty cat management, mom.
You just spoke Mandarin. Everything you said when you said like, what does that say about you and like how could you?
They wouldn't understand.
It's just like they don't understand what you said.
I should have just been like, what a chan. Basically, you got point.
But I would say mine is kind of like the opposite, because like the chick I was dealing with, she was a little more calm. Now we were both outwardly calm. Now, I can't speak to how she was dealing with it internally, but I know internally I was fucking freaking out because I had never ran into that. And mind you, I was 24 at the time, so it's like I had gone all this time and I had to deal with that. Now I'm a grown man, and it's like, damn, what the fuck is this? But it's like I think she was so calm because she was just like, she was getting an abortion. And I didn't. Hey, look, I don't care. That's whatever. Let's do that. But it's like I kept both the options open of like either she's gonna have this baby or we're gonna have an abortion. So it's just like, at the end of the day, I was just looking at it like, damn, internally, I wasn't really keeping it together because I was just like, bitch, what we gonna do?
So you were struggling. How long was that scare though?
It was like a week and a half tops.
So you were struggling through that?
Yeah, but when the uncertainty's in play for a week and a half, that week and a half is like a year and a half.
Bro, that shit like
That's
5
true.
months.
And I guess, but I'm surprised that you said, what?
And I was internal. I just didn't know where that situation was gonna go because like it was such a thing of like, damn, I still don't got my period.
And I'm mixing all these contraceptives together.
I still don't got my period.
Yeah.
So it's just like, what the fuck is going on?
You know, what's that Powerpuff Girls when they have
Sugar,
laboratory
spice, and everything nice. Here goes accountability. Here goes no logic. Here goes bad choices. Like, that's you.
So you saying that throughout that week, like you can't really speak directly to how she might have been dealing with it internally because you know how
outwardly we both were cool. But like internally, I was just dealing with like, I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. I'm kind of shook off this shit. She was more, cause she voiced it to me. She was like, yeah, we'll just get the abortion. It's not a big deal. It's just when she started doing all that $1,500 abortion shit, I was like, Bitch, I'm never going to talk to you again. Like,
Yeah.
Bye.
What to say, Mike?
I don't remember. It was something funny. It was something funny though, but I gotta just say it later. I lost it.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, bro, it's one of them things for me personally. Like, with me, I guess I kind of look at it like, I'm a very level-headed guy, so even in moments where I'm expected to show pressure and show stress in general, I struggle with knowing how to do that. In that moment, it can probably come off like I don't give a fuck, right. And that's something that I know I do.
I'm a stone-faced nigga.
Yeah, so it's like I get that and I understand that, but I like to take that into situations because I understand how a female can internally freak out about it. But it's important with the nigga that she's dealing with if he gives a fuck about it.
You gotta be the rock. Even if you don't love her, you still gotta like, bitch. This is gonna change the course of our life if it goes a different way. So let me show you I'm at least there for you.
You got to be that point of consistency, and a lot of times I feel as though.
I'll never forget you, bitch.
A lot of times, why I say, ladies, I know, like Brandon said, I might be speaking a whole different language to you, but this is when pussy management comes into play.
You need a bouncing ball with subtitles for these others, but they still kind of struggling.
You really, ladies, and you know what? It's something about something about this term. I'm actually kind of happy because I don't know if you noticed it. But it's become a bit more popular as of late, where people do speak to how pussy management is actually kind of fucked up and it's not really going well. We've never utilized it as much as I've been hearing it as of late. Yeah. But women don't like to take into account how they decide and make decisions with their vagina.
Because it's like they can outwardly speak to all the fuck boys that they deal with. It's just like, man, shit, fuck you niggas, y'all clowns. But it's like, do you understand you're giving these same clowns, losers, fuck boys entrance to your vagina? Mm-hmm. And at least a good amount of time, raw entrance to your vagina. But they're the problem.
Skin gon' fucking
later skin like a motherfucker. That's why I say I speak to that because it's a very important. It can stop you from getting to this in the beginning to begin. You ain't gotta worry about a pregnancy scare if your pussy management is top tier. A lot of y'all hoes don't have top tier pussy man. Now,
a lot of y'all bitches don't have top tier pussy.
If we better take the conversation, bitch.
No, that's just what I want to say. Cause like, yo, can I just say real quick?
But yeah, cause go ahead.
When are we gonna have a real discussion about how like women? You can't walk up to a woman on the face of this earth and she'll be honest with you. You can never ask a woman anything and she'll say her pussy is anything less than amazing. And I'm not saying she'll necessarily say it's amazing, but she'll never say it's trash or mid. Yeah. Even though there are women out here with trash and mid pussy.
Why would they though?
Why can't you be honest? If my dick trash, it's like
the only issue with that. Now I gonna sit up here. Now the only thing about that I struggle with. There are men that would admit that before women, but a lot of niggas be out here talking their sex game up, and the women will speak. I give some pussy, and he fall asleep 5 minutes into it.
Me personally, I've never ever heard someone like, my shit trash. I've heard niggas like, my shit good, and then somebody come on the back and like, no, nigga, your shit weak. Nah. And I've seen a nigga come like, bro, her shit trash. But I've never just seen a nigga like, dude.
Well, I'm talking, not even Brandon said, saying trash is an extreme. I don't think any human's gonna really speak to it in that regard. But for instance, Brandon just be saying, shit, sometimes when I feel like doing it, more times than not, I give out mid dick. I don't really give a fuck. Like, that's a nigga admitted. Not saying that.
Especially if I'm not trying to pressure, I don't give a fuck about you. The likelihood of me giving mid dick is what I'm gonna do.
What's wrong?
I'm going in to get me off, shorty. So you can run to the group chat and be like, oh my god, that nigga I don't even like you like that. So go to the group chat and tell him whatever.
Yo, I love being in group messages.
But like,
I don't know. It depends on what I'm doing. That's niggas. Stop sending bitches news because a lot of news and y'all dick pics get sent right to that shit. We know that.
I know
how niggas don't know that.
Have y'all ever been dick pic niggas?
Nah, bro. I mean, to a degree, I look at it like this.
I had a stage. Like, I said,
you was just following them.
I wasn't just out there like, yeah, Draymond Green. But I had a stage. It was a joint I was fucking with though. It wasn't just to the random joints.
See, the trick with that shit with me, I wasn't like, because when you say I be sending dick pics off, niggas just think the worst of the worst. Like, this nigga just be having his hammer in his hand, like, yeah. Like, it don't be nothing like that.
Pause. I just want to say pause before I say anything. Your meat was in the picture, yes or no? That you sent
the full meat? Listen, brother. Listen, hold on, listen, see? It's nuance to this shit, nigga. Let me explain myself.
Dick pic etiquette.
A lot of niggas don't understand. When you send the full hammer out, that's not attractive. Females always talk about you in a bad light. I don't know if you ever noticed that, but that's what happens when you just be sending out full hammer pics. You gotta tease them a bit. Like, I might be in the bathroom fresh out the shower. You know what I mean? Put some lotion on, so that area got lotion on.
Just look at the camera. Look at the camera when you say it. Just look at the camera when you say it.
So that area got lotion on. So then what happened is, I put my boxer briefs on. You take the video, right? Now, sometimes I don't know how y'all niggas got it. Sometimes you got some of the abs going. Sometimes you got to flex a little bit to get the abs tight.
You got to spin a little bit.
Get the video down. You pulling that like your underwear. So some of the meat slide out.
You could just look at the camera and not be.
Some of the meat slide out. So not the whole hammer.
Pause.
So what I'm saying is, when you ask me that question, it's a good question. I don't like this happening to dick pic nigga because that's what I would. But I just explained to y'all too.
So you get tasteful nudes? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's. I appreciate you saying that because that's a lot.
I was gonna say that before you started getting, because I know you've told me we've had this discussion, but I was gonna see where you take it. When you told me he's giving nudes to bros, nigga.
Yeah. My remember what episode I was like, wow, what the fuck?
And then it was like, don't run.
Wait, whoa.
No, it was one time because I was trying to explain something to the ladies, but we just got to talk about.
Oh yeah.
And
I don't remember that shit.
And I was like, so fellas, and you thought I was still talking about the ladies. You was like, don't run. You said like you was the first time to pay attention.
Chill on me, bro. I'm doing the bitches, man.
But go ahead, what you saying now?
It's just like when you were saying that about how like, because we obviously on the subject of shooting bitches dick pics, so it's like in the conversation that you told me before when you said you've given these nudes to bros, it was the way you painted the picture is basically like you just gave tasteful nudes.
Yeah.
It ain't just like a blamma whamma time.
Yeah.
It's not. No. It's just like I'm gonna take this picture in a way where may highlight whatever feature I'm trying to show, but it's not like. Yeah,
it's not like
full spread.
Yeah, I ain't never did no shit.
So
like
what about right? That's
I
the
ain't
thing.
never been like hey,
but that's the sad thing because a lot of these niggas, from what bitches be telling me, a lot of these niggas do that. Like they would just show the ham, and they would do it with no context. Like it's a bitch they haven't fought, they trying to fuck,
like
they don't know that
pic.
Yeah, like how you doing, mom?
Like I be thinking because they'll ask me like, why do men do that? And I honestly,
I don't know, bro.
Bro, I say this time and time again. This is my logic behind it. This is my logic behind it. This is my logic behind it because I've never been that nigga to do it. But I think it's worked with at least one woman.
And there's like, ooh.
So I'm gonna just do this for that.
Hey, bro,
but it's like
bad.
Okay. But getting to me.
Yeah, I was like, get to your answer. I
only did it one time. I feel like an absolute fucking clown after I did it. Anytime a bitch has asked me this before. Women asked me this before. Have you ever said this? I said yes. I was 19 years old. Was I 18? I was 18 and I was in college. And I did one time, I was texting a bitch from back home, because I went to school out of state for a year. I was texting a bitch from back home, and we was on a freaky talk, and she asked me to send it, and to this day, I don't know why I did it. And I just felt like
you was younger one, and you were probably in the mood of the conversation.
Yeah, it was, of course, it was definitely in the mood of the conversation, but after I sent it was like buyer's remorse, like, no, why do that?
Like before she even got the response off, like, you was like,
yeah, it wasn't, the response wasn't bad, but all I'm saying is I would never do no shit like that again. Maybe if I'm with my wife, but it's just like, bitch, I ain't sending you no dick pics. Because women ask me that shit now, where it's like, so send me a nude.
You don't get in your sexting bag? Your sexting
I do, but I'm not sending you nudes, bitch.
Yeah, I love the sexting bag. I'm not even gonna hold you on that.
You gonna get the hammer in person.
Yeah, that's why I say
that's just not my bag. I'm not knocking niggas to do.
Yeah, that going that far with the pic. I think we all got different tiers with it. Me and Mike probably seem a bit more similar in the fact that you said like what you say tasteful nudes.
Tasteful nudes.
That's more of my thing. I kind of like I said I try to put some nuance. Now I will say this. This is probably a topic in itself, but I do like this little diversion that we're taking with this here. A lot of y'all, and I've never done this. This is how I know other niggas take it to another level of some shit. Bitches be asking for nut videos.
Yo, I recently heard that this year. Send nut videos. That is the weirdest shit to me.
Bro, I'm gonna
it's a dominating thing to me.
Pause.
You said it?
That's no. Damn. No, I did not send it.
But I know one of my niggas that I be sending that shit to hoes. Like,
he be sending
that's his bad.
It's nothing. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it because you're sending it to a woman, but it's just like, bro. To me. The only way I can rationalize that for a woman, it's a power trip. It's like you don't get anything sexual. I don't think a woman gets pleasure out of that. I don't think she's playing with herself.
Some women
she might. I'm not a woman. Maybe when we
get
get brought up here, we can ask her about that. But I just think it's a power thing, just like the dick pics. I think it's a power thing. I don't think they really get off on you sending a meat pic. I think they just like the fact that you do it.
I know for a fact females get off on this.
How you know for a fact?
Because you don't see it on Twitter. These hoes talk about it all the time.
I struggle with that. I don't necessarily know. Like you saying that they get off on receiving
like
dick pics?
Yeah, like bitches be liking that shit.
I feel like I see
just
more
from
women.
the social media interaction, how they talk about it.
I feel as though I see a lot more women say that they don't feel as dick pics are visually as pleasing as they would like them to be, so they don't care to see them.
From niggas they don't fuck with. See, it's alright. I fuck with it's niggas I fuck with. We flirting. He saying that I'm fucking with it. I'm not talking about Jermaine. Yeah, nigga.
But I guess you're right. Yeah, that's true. That's two different tiers. So yeah.
Most of the times where females like, it's like, why did Jermaine _36 send me the Snapchat dick pic off the ad?
Yeah.
They ain't fucking with that. But if, you know what I'm saying? But if a nigga they fuck with, I'm talking in that realm. Like, I'll see these hoes like, my man sent this, or my man need to send me, I'll be like, they get off on that shit.
I guess I struggle with that because for me personally, I don't even find like even the person that I'm talking to now, like I would not feel the need. If you seriously talking, I would not feel the need to send that to her. Even though I know she's like my dick, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying,
bro? Like, because y'all was talking about the nut videos. What I did hear about on Twitter is I know you've heard about it because we talked about. I think we put it in a group chat. Remember when Jones was making the voice notes and them topping niggas off and going sloppy crazy with the voice notes? That shit is hilarious to me because the one bitch was like, tap out. Like, you ain't never heard that? No. Well, she was just going crazy on the beat. Like, and the nigga started crying.
He was like, it was like a voice message on Twitter.
Yeah, like she was going crazy for like 2.5 minutes.
Like, bro,
she just kept telling the nigga tap out. She
talking that shit too. And bitches was in the joint that like, oh, I need to do this with my man.
The funny thing is about that. You can't receive that as a man because if it ain't you, how the fuck she doing that?
Word.
Like, what, bitch? Like, how you make this content?
But that's what I'm saying. I guess for me, like just the digital transitions of sex pics. Like I'm not really into that. I'm more so a sexting nigga. If I'm not pulling up, obviously we all doing that. But if I'm not doing that, I ain't gonna hold you. My sexting bag become I get crazy.
I do that with loser bitches. I do that with loser bitches.
I can't talk to my shit.
No, I'd be like, yo, like, if it's a bitch who I don't got no respect for, like, they be like, yo, what's up, the dudes, though? Just to see if they give it to me. And like 87% of the time they do it.
But you admit that's more of a power trip. Of
course it is. That's why I said,
I
don't get, ladies, y'all, please tell me, y'all do this for a power trip?
I know the nut videos are for that, because for me, honestly, I couldn't even try to beat my shit off and nut while I'm trying to record. That shit mad uncomfortable.
I tried to beat my shit in the shower one time and it just don't work, bro. Don't work.
That's what I'm saying. It's honestly different show for different folks. But y'all had that little softball. Let's get back to our actual topic.
And here, this blanket pause on the whole subject.
Yeah, bro. Hey, yo, that.
But getting back to this, and this kind of speaks a bit to, I think we might feel as though there's things that we could have done differently. So you, as men, do you feel as though there's anything that we could do different to better those situations when it comes to pregnancy scares, or kind of just rid ourselves of it, completely avoid ourselves of it as men looking at it from the outside in with this now?
I feel like the easy answer is like, I get to just work on it more. Mm-hmm. But looking back, it's like, it's situations or it's times where I could have moved a little smarter, or even just because we all up here, even when we had our scares, we knew ways we could have handled it differently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I say, looking back at it now, like I definitely, the obvious answer is yes. Mm-hmm. There was obvious ways you could have avoided a pregnancy scare. You know what I'm saying? But it's also easy. It's also easy. It's also way easier said than done too. Like
facts.
You know what I'm saying? When we was in those moments, we wasn't thinking about this is true. Rapping. So I feel like it's just in that situation, understanding where to take that necessary thought process. Like, all right, this is where I need to do this. If it's just pulling out, all right, niggas ain't wearing condoms.
You know what I'm saying? That's
like,
that's realistic.
That's like the more like, just don't put a condom on.
Yeah,
everybody said that nigga some wet coochie, and the condom over there, you like, So just have a stronger pull-out game. Or shit, whatever.
Cause you talked about this before,
bro. That like I don't do that. I did that shit one time. And there was a chick that had the IED shit. Like, bro, if I'm fucking you raw, I'm just assuming like that I'm just going dumb. Cause it's just like if you let, bro, it's like
you make it like from the edge, like bro.
I understand, but I'm saying if you're letting me fuck you raw.
Oh, of course,
like, y'all men do feel good.
Yeah, bro. It's like, man,
sorry, mom.
A chick has never said pull out. I've never dealt with a chick that's told me pull out. If it was raw fucking. Mm-hmm. She just let me leave it in there, and I damn sure
Nobody's saying that,
bro. to pull out. I'm already halfway retarded at this point. I don't have the muscle capacity to fix that. So it's just like, man, look, I'm leaving it in. I'm back on gummy, getting out, wiping off, waiting a couple minutes, going back in. So it's like, but no,
repeat the fucking process.
Yeah, all that pull-out game shit, my shit is very weak. I'm not pulling out shit.
I appreciate you admitting that, because I'm siding with the idea of what Mike's saying, because I do think that is the one thing with pregnancy.
When we wait till it feels the best to pull out of your stomach.
I know that shit, Brandon. I know that shit sounds it is terrible to a degree.
Fuck sound it is.
But I think, see, the problem about it is, and this kind of wraps into the second topic, because we all know what comes with the nut after the post nut.
In all fairness, the women I was dealing with let me doing that were all on some sort of shit where they had the ID or the chip.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The best. Right. The chip is the best. Ladies, get the chip in your arm. That shit is amazing. I know it may fuck you up at some point, but that shit is amazing.
So that means nothing to me now. but with me, I agree, because I'm a pull-out champ. That's something, it's to a point now with me. I mean, I don't have to worry about it and concern myself with that now, but when I was going on my run, I looked at it in a situation where it was kind of like, what you say?
I said I was the pull-out champ.
So it was like, I was so good at it that it felt the same to me. Because I was able to time shit perfectly. You know when to do something, when not to do something.
That shit risky, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You dancing with the devil.
You are dancing with the devil. And a lot of
it's a really good skill.
It's an extremely important skill, because like you said, I'm not saying in that situation, I'm pretty sure you were dealing with a woman that was on some sort of contraception and you didn't have to worry yourself with that. I'm speaking to the vast majority of men that be dealing with hoes that don't be on shit, or they don't be consistent with the shit that they got, and it put them in a bind. So as men, I agree with you saying, Mike, that's my number one thing at the list is like, y'all niggas gotta get, I know the pull out shit is shit. And she freaky, honestly, you ain't gotta pull out and bust on the bitch back of the bitch ass. Something, tell her, yo, something, yo. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I love that. That's honestly probably my second best.
Just give me some fire.
A lot of females, I've had, not a lot, I've probably had 2-3 females in my life, like, they don't like that shit. Everyone else
don't want to taste me.
Like,
You're a fun bitch.
I don't want to taste me. Them bitches do be doing that.
Yo.
They be like,
That's you. That's you, right?
But you said it was like 2 of them that was like, nah.
Like legit, like I don't like getting nothing from them. I'm like, like giving me head, like you about to come, and then stop, like.
But see, they be the worst though, because the chicks that do that, lady, look, I look at it like this. I don't like that at all. Mm-hmm. But if you're going to do that,
what?
Like being like, I don't like nothing in my mouth, and they'll ask you.
This is not do it then. That's just
it's not do it. If that's the case, you'll top me off, right? And like Mike said, they'll ask you about the nut. If you want to tie me, that's fine. But know what to do with my penis once you stop sucking it. Because a lot of bitches like, we about to be done? And they just be holding.
No!
Like, they try to focus on the nut. You be like,
let me try to get your motherfucking business up on the
try to focus on my chakra. Like, yo, you gotta keep doing something with it.
Yeah, you can't just leave me on. Like, my shit confused. They don't know they want to party and they chilling. Like, goddamn.
So it's shit like that. But I do think, if like I said, the pull out method is extremely important. But
shit trash.
For me personally, I do like to get. That's why I tell ladies a lot of times, don't suck me off before sex. I have no interest in you sucking me off before sex. No,
you can be disappointed
because
like a mother.
A lot of these chicks
you starting the party already.
That's how I look at it. A lot of these chicks will get top for the 15-20 minutes plus, which is fine, but understand it might
39 seconds and you looking at me like I did something wrong.
Because if I jump in it and I'm already getting good head for the past 20 minutes, the fuck might be 5-10. Whereas it would have been a full 30. So what I like to do is wait off on that, especially if it's a chick that I know I'm not trying to bust in, wait off on that, then bust in the mouth. So that's why I try to tell fellas, do something to kind of figure out a way to substitute.
The 67 pumps you used to, if you top me off, it's going to be like 11.
Yes, exactly. You decreasing it, it's your fault, not my fault. So what would you say? I don't know if you say anything specifically as to what you feel as though something, even if it's just one thing.
In that situation, just because it's like, it was clearly her error that caused that. Like when she took
but I'm talking about just you, like just in general.
In general, I maybe like, because we communicated through the whole time, but it's like, maybe just like, and it's easier said than done, but been more calm internally, which is easier said than done because I don't know that I could have been more calm.
I don't understand you said it. I think it's important to say that. I think it's because you freaking out. Motherfuckers lose their mind over that type of shit. Even though it's only, like you said, a week and a half, and it ended up being something that you didn't have to deal with. But some people, like, they can ruin something good between the two of them because of that pregnancy.
And you know, like, I was good about that. It's like, obviously, I wasn't trying to, like, wife shorty or nothing, but, like, I did like the dynamic we had. So it's like, I didn't talk to her crazy or do nothing. We didn't argue or nothing like that. It was just like, like I said, I kept it internal. So if anything was going on, she ain't fucking know.
Yeah.
And, like, we just had an open discourse about it. We would talk about it, you know, every day. not necessarily talk. We would talk every day still, so it's like and check in. So it's
constant
just like
communication.
Yeah, constant communication. So it wasn't an issue like that, but it's like I think I should have just like calmed myself down and known for the fact that like, well, there's nothing concrete yet, so you shouldn't trip. But it's a pregnancy scare. Scare being the operative word, so you are scared. But I think I probably just could have been more calm about it internally, because I feel like I did a good job outwardly. Because we were both on like the same wave, but maybe just that. Maybe try to take
because now you had to create that whole thing. You probably wasn't able to enjoy goddamn thing. Really?
Hell no!
That's what I'm saying. That's not.
Told you I was in practice.
Fine.
Go, come on, run over him.
Niggas be and I hate living a life like that at any given moment, especially with something like that. So it's important. That's what I'm saying. I wanted us to just speak to it generally, because there's things that we could probably say that can help other young men that are going through this. We at a stage in our life where I don't think pregnancy scares is something that really exists. They could exist, but thankfully they don't probably exist.
Is it scary if you fuck with somebody?
If you fuck like you like it?
Yeah.
At this point in life, that's a great question, because if you ask me that at 23, I'd probably say yeah. But me at 29, if I'm really fucking with you,
you got 8 months with her, like y'all in a relationship. Is it a scare, or is it something y'all have to talk about?
My intent, right? It's more something that I gotta talk about, because my intent is probably good with her, and I want to be with her anyway. So, or see myself with her at some point in time. So obviously, I spoke to the man aspect. This is the last question I utilize to wrap this topic up, because I mean, we all have an answer with this together, but we kind of agree that pussy management is something that we do a bit better with. But do you think that there's anything else that females can possibly do to help themselves or help the situations avoid this completely? Is there anything you think females can do?
And not saying pussy management.
Yeah, try your best to stay away from pussy management. Get them a one little tidbit. If there's anything you got.
Go, B, you want to start?
I mean,
and
not saying pussy management, bro. Just like keep your emotions in check is what I could say.
Okay.
And I didn't have to deal with her. Now the girl I was dealing with was innately emotional. The girl I was dealing with in that situation was innately emotional. But that situation didn't fuck her up emotionally from what she communicated to me. But I know that in those kind of situations that women can act irrational. So it's just like try to keep your emotions level. And that's, again, I'm a man. I don't know what you guys go through.
Yeah,
but it's like,
we're not speaking to your plight. We're just trying to give general
direction.
advice.
Like maybe try to just keep things level until you have something concrete to go off of. Because again, it's a scare. We don't really know. So until you have something concrete, just kind of keep things level and keep each other level. So it's like this could be as smooth a transition as possible, whether you have the baby or don't. Just try to like keep shit level so it could be an easier transition.
I agree. That's definitely important, especially for them. What you thinking, Mike? You got anything?
Besides the PM, pussy management. I gave it a nickname. You see,
it deserves it.
Nah, bro. I was gonna say be prepared, but I'm kind of just gonna go with B.
Right. I'm about to say you piggyback all the way. He's saying
really just understanding it's a scare.
Yeah.
Like wait that time period from like it's a scare to it really happened. Use that time to prepare for either one. Prepare for if it's happening and prepare for if it's not, because you could go through it, the scare, and then come out of it like, all right, we really ain't even meant to be fucking with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he could be on some like fuck that, or you could be like, nah, I'm not even ready as a female to have a baby like this,
right?
Whatever it is. So I'ma just kind of fall off and do my own thing, because it takes two to tango. So both of y'all fucked up,
right?
Once you see that y'all fucked up, you like, all right, I don't really fuck with this nigga anyway,
right?
Let me get the fuck on,
right?
So just be prepared to go left or go right. Use that scare time period to it's really happening or it's not. Just prepare yourself for what you gonna do next. Cause either way, you gotta do something next.
You gotta do something next.
So
be mindful, and that's more so speaking directly to just them being more decisive with how they like understanding that there has to be a game plan for either left or right, no matter which route you take. You want to have a game plan, because that is true. A lot of motherfuckers move around just out of fear, not really understanding what's best for them. When you move out of fear, it's probably when you make some of the worst decisions you could possibly make in your life.
Very much so.
So, especially with this shit. So, I agree with that. So, I agree with both of y'all on that. I would say for me, obviously trying to speak to something outside of pussy management, it would just be, this is just you making, I say this probably time and time again, you making better decisions with the men that you decide to deal with. Because a lot of times, if you're dealing with a good dude, like B was saying from that point on, you're going to deal with a guy that cares for you and can communicate with you when you're going through that tough time. If it's a good nigga. Right. Now, if you're dealing with niggas, you allow whoever you want to, Billy from across the street to sling dick, you just allowing that to happen, and you find yourself in a predicament with Billy. Billy don't give a fuck about you. So it's gonna make you feel even worse about where you're at with this pregnancy scare. But if you're dealing with a nigga that's gonna ride or die with you or can show that at least that bit of consistency with you, like, yo, look, whatever decision you decide to make with this, I'm here for you. You're gonna work this out. Don't worry about it. Don't concern yourself with it. That's gonna help you make a more healthy, active decision. But a lot of these bitches just choose bad. Fuck the pussy management part of it. You're choosing bad as to who you want to deal with. I see time and time again, y'all be on social media like you said that the toxic shit or whatever going on. Motherfuckers be like, oh, I like toxic. Like, no, you don't. You don't like it, but it seems cool.
It's cute to say. It's cute to say, but your ass is crying all the time in a fucking toxic relationship.
So you
broke down in that toxic relationship, but you know it's like some buzz shit to say that sounds funny and cute and hard to say. So it's like, be the stupid, confused bitch that you are. Cause like life is gonna get a lot harder than that. But live in this world where you think dumb shit is cute.
You're going to continually find yourself falling in this goddamn same. You literally falling
in the fucking game.
Yeah, you falling in the same spot that you find yourself in time and time again, and you question everybody else as to why you there. Bitch, your own bitch
blaming everybody else.
Yes, and it's like, bro, that's why I said pussy management aside. You gotta decide to even fuck with a nigga before you decide to give him your pussy. So take that step and understand. I'm dealing with an ain't shit nigga that shouldn't even be getting pussy from me. Now I'm not saying put your pussy on no pedestal, because a lot of y'all bitches do that. You ain't gotta always do that, but make sure you make good decisions with them, make you decide to be with. That's all I'm saying.
If you a grown cognitive adult, and you do that shit where you say you prefer a toxic relationship, but then when you in one, ooh, how you know I was gonna say kill yourself? Kill yourself.
Chemistry, bro.
I know.
Chemistry, bro.
We've been at it too long, but like,
it's true.
You fantasize toxic relationships. Why? Because when you in it, you don't fucking like it.
You don't like it.
But once you out of it, you like to reminisce on your toxicity that you living in. That's some fly shit to say to you.
Yeah.
Kill yourself.
I've heard women say time and time again that they can't date certain men, or they can't entertain certain men because they're too nice to them. They don't know how to put their foot down with this, that, and the third. Think that sounds terrible to say. I want a nigga to be able to know when to take the helm. And okay, that's fine. You like that until that nigga does that all the time. It never gives you room to breathe, and now you're dealing with that 24/7.
Now niggas ain't shit.
While the nice nigga is like, I'm good. I don't got nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with another bitch that I actually like me too. Ladies, don't put yourself in those predicaments. 9 times out of 10, when you do that, you will find yourself escaping the pregnancy scares in which we just discussed. I'm only here to help. I promise I'm only here to help. I'm not here to
I'm here to fucking judge.
I'm here to just like it. But
I'm not here to judge.
I am more so here because I want all of us to be successful, happy, living healthy relationships. Deal with motherfuckers that actually like us, care for us. Ladies, that's all I want.
That's all.
So to wrap that one up, fellas, we got the second topic going. And like I said earlier, the second topic does kind of align into the first topic a bit, and what I said at least. Post-nut clarity.
Oh, nature's teacher.
Nature's teacher. I like that. That's basically it is. So, starting the first question off with this. Will y'all say, y'all can speak to a story, a predicament, whatever you want to do. Will you say that post-nut clarity at some point in your time in your life, post-nut clarity has put you in a position to regret the sex that you just had?
Well, I fuck bitches. Feel me?
In case you didn't know, my nigga.
You need a bell to ring or some shit like that.
I was so happy when you said it was the topic. I'm like, fucking throw that bag off. Hey! So it's been a lot of times. Not a lot, god damn. It's been
a lot of bitches I don't like.
It's been a few times where I got my shit off, and then I'm laying down, I'm like, I don't even fucking bitches, man.
Oh.
I was just trying to get one off, man. Fuck. Or like they get to talking, or they just trying to small talk. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to talk about your motherfucking day.
Don't care about
I got mine off. I'm chilling. I hate and I love post-nut clarity.
Right.
I hate it because when you experience it, you like, this bitch don't shut the fuck up.
This is true.
But I like it because it's like, okay, I was right when I just was thinking I wanted to fuck her and really not do nothing else.
That's the hate-love relationship you have with it.
Exactly. But the few times I've experienced it's always been the same. It's been like, damn, alright, how the fuck am I finna get out of here?
Right.
Whether she's at my spot or I'm at hers, what is my next step? Because I'm not saying to get the fuck on.
Nigga try to mix something up.
I gotta go. My partner's calling me. I got practice.
I feel like all of us have been a partner or been a nigga that needed to call like, yo.
Call me
in 5 minutes.
Time for me, niggas. Come on.
We talked about this on the show, I think, at one point in time, but I did not. I I don't fumble it. I just because I'm not.
Yo, Jordan, here go the text. Jordan, I'm over here and I ain't really fucking with this bitch like that. Call me in 10 minutes. Just be like, your car broke down, or I gotta come get you or something. All right, my phone ring.
No, but he be lying like shit. He'll throw a curveball. Yo, my shit broke down, bro. Like I need help. I can't lift or nothing like that. You come get me, like, and he'll play it off well, like, oh my god, bro, yeah, okay, cool, I got you. But then Brandon will throw a curveball, like, yo, where you at? Big crib. Like, I was good enough to where I was like, I'm over by that exit where we used to go out in Philly.
Yeah, you fixed it, but it's just like. I ain't even gonna kill you for that because you know what?
Why not just be like Shawty crib or
what you mean?
Whatever.
I say I'm at Shorty.
Yeah,
I could have said that.
like,
but see, it just fucked up. But see, it's the thing. It depends on what kind of bitch you fucking with. Because what if you said, like, if you said I'm at Shorty crib, right?
A bitch has never questioned me on that.
Bro, I'll be like, check my location.
A bitch has never, but you can't say that she wouldn't. Because if you was like, you at your joint crib, I'll come get you. Then what if a bitch is like, well, why can't you just have the bitch drive him home?
Wait. What? Say that?
Because you were saying like if like say I'm at Shorty crib if I broke down, right?
Yeah, like,
what I'm saying is a chick that you with when you trying to use that excuse off and say you stay on the phone like, oh you at your joint crib, okay I got you. You at Shorty crib, okay I got you.
Why can't she just
Shorty might then ask you. That's not her place to ask you, but you know how women are. She could ask you like, well why you gotta go pick him up if he with his chick?
Because I don't want to be here.
You gotta be careful in those moments.
Was it you that I called? Because it was a time. I don't know if I had you this or if I had Lee do this. When I was like, yo, just say that. Cause I was a supervisor at the time, and I was like, I need to come in or something like that. I don't know if I hit you with that. It might have been Lee.
I don't think it was me. I remember you said it.
Yeah, Lee fumbled it, nigga. I had to pull some shit out of thin air, but that happens. That's a part of the game, and sometimes you gotta make calls, and you gotta get up out of a situation where I hurt the bitch feelings.
Of course.
But in regards to posting that clarity, for me, I just look at it like it's your second gear. It's like your spider sense. Now it's delayed because you already fucked shorty, but it's like your spider sense letting you know that you don't want to be fucking with this bitch like that. Cause it's like I know in my situations, I had a bitch over here one time, and after we fucked, she was like, "So what's your biggest fear?" And I was just in my head like, "You gotta get the fuck up out of here."
She was trying to strike small.
I don't care.
You don't care, but she cares, B. She likes your ass. So she.
That was the first time we hung out.
Women fall in love. What? I don't mean nothing at all.
I'm great.
I
know they fall in love with me early.
I'm not saying that. I'm not as condescending and conceited as Mike. I do know bitches are sometimes enamored with the aura and the idea of me. Not necessarily me, the idea of me. So sometimes they might get a little wrapped up in the motherfucking tarantula and be like, I want to be up around this nigga. No, you don't.
You really
Please don't.
know that.
Once you find out.
Yes. Once you. And I'm saying this because I'm not a bad guy, but it's like I don't want to be with you like that. Because I'm just bringing you over here to slide.
Right.
Because anytime you've had post-nut clarity, it's normally with a slide, right?
Yes.
For the most part.
Yes.
So it's just like, I look at post-nut clarity as like, it's a signal to tell me to get the fuck away from a bitch, yo. Because it's times when I went to bitches' cribs, bitches came over here, and then it's like I fucked or something like that. And even if you thought you might have liked the bitch, you fucking, it's like, I don't really like that bitch. Fellas, beat your dick before you leave the house.
You feel, don't give up too much of that sauce just yet. That's the second question. No, you're going to have the opportunity to do that. So that you got more to add to it.
No.
Yeah, that's funny because most men do think very similar with this. For me specifically, I will say that I've definitely had moments to where obviously we all had, but big moments where it was just like, yo, I'm really disgusted with myself. I can't believe that I've done this. And a lot of times, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not here to body shame. I might body shame, but I'm not here to body shame at least. I'm just letting you know I haven't arrived to body shame. But a lot of times, post-nut clarity comes in the picture a lot with bigger chicks that I know I really didn't like before I even got there. I was just horny, wanted to fuck, got my nut off, and now I'm laying there with the bigger chick. That's why I always say, fellas, I don't know if I said this on prior episodes, but it's extremely important. It plays a part to post-nut clarity because you only start thinking about this shit after it happens. When you nut. Because you know a lot of times women are instructed to actually go pee after sex and it's good for UTIs like that.
Pee after I bust in a bitch.
Yeah, it's smart. It is smart. So, fellas, just lay up in bed. Y'all get done, right? However long around it, y'all done. You're not about to fuck for the rest of the night. Watch her get up. This has a lot to play with body builds. That's what I'm saying. Watch her get up and go to the bathroom.
And if she's wheezing on the way there, it's like, nah!
If you don't like what you see, and this is what I learned. If you don't like what you see when she's walking up to go wash up or take her pee or whatever she needs to do in the bathroom, you know you do not need to be doing anything with that female anymore. You don't want to risk the chance of a pregnancy scare that we spoke of if you continue to sleep with this woman. That's why
That's a fact.
post-nut clarity brings me to that. You feel me? It brings me to that a lot, that point, because I will say that I've slept with women that I may not been that proud about how they was doing.
Man, we ain't fucking tens all the time. That's real nigga shit.
So I would just lay up and be like, why is you here, bitch? Like when they get up to go wash up,
You mad at me? You in her house. You in her house.
You ain't
Like,
her shit. You mad at
yo,
her.
go ahead and leave.
So what I'm saying, because that feeling of disgust is really how you feel about what's going on with that person.
Nah, true story though. True story. I met a John at the bar. It was like one of my only one night stand vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Went to her spot, did my thing. I'm chilling. It's like 4 in the morning.
When the lights go wow.
I was at her crib. She like, I'm finna shower. Oh, bro, she got up. I was on some.
You did?
Got the fuck out.
How
of
big
there.
was she?
She wasn't even big.
She was ugly.
No.
So why
she
did
was
you
a.
tell her no clarity?
She was like a.
Mike ain't gonna tell us he fucking mid bitch.
She wasn't big.
I said,
but
What was it about her that?
she was like. She was a volleyball girl, right? But she was like lighter than what I really. She was like a Latino,
Okay.
lighter John,
Mhm.
and her grill was.
He was fucked up.
See? That's a bad look. You can't stand it after the fact.
Like I
obviously.
didn't like.
Look like bitches.
This
break
right here,
sandwich.
I didn't kiss her
You didn't while you was fucking?
the whole time.
Damn. She said I'm about to go get. You really left while she was in the shower?
I just found shit like that.
I see.
Left, bro.
And
she
nah,
called.
yeah.
She like text me like, where'd you go? I just blocked her. Never spoke to her again.
Yo, I don't have it. That's nothing. Look, there's
I
nothing
felt
wrong with
bad.
doing that.
I
Yeah.
felt so bad. Like, alright, I mean, I can't feel too bad. I did it. But I was kind of like, yo, I'm fucked up. Like, I was driving. I called my niggas like, bro, I'm fucked up.
Bro, the
Like,
most I did was like, I'm about to be out.
I mashed out.
I at least said it to say that. I was like, I'm about to
She
be
was,
out.
bro, we finished. We was chilling. She
So at least
like,
let them know.
she like, I'm about to go shower. But I'm like, oh, alright. Soon as the water got on, I was like, I say like at the end of the bed for like 2 minutes.
Word, you gotta wait till the shower hit, because then if you like you trying to throw the belt on, that shit clinging around.
You know
She's
what
like,
I'm
why you
saying?
getting dressed? Like,
I'm not.
I didn't even close it. Like, and it was like her door. You walk out another door. I didn't close either door all the way. So when she came out, her front door was open and her door was open. Yeah, bro. I just sure wasn't shit.
yeah, man, that's doing.
I mean,
Not where I left on some Sam Fisher shit, like Splinter Cell, nigga. Like,
The nigga took oh shit. Damn motherfucker.
this nigga drunk, yo.
I ain't even drinking nothing. It wasn't barely anything in there. Yeah, this nigga definitely dipped on some pink pants.
Bro, yeah, this flat out dip it. I ain't did that.
I don't got it in me to do that because I'm not saying I'm not trying to say that I'm too nice of a guy, but I would, like you said, I would definitely overthink it while I'm driving in the car like you did
bro, I'm like, yo.
and feel terrible. But you had to do what you had to do. That's what
I
I'm
had to
saying.
fuck out there though.
Man, that post nut clarity is a motherfucker. So getting to the second question is kind of, I'll let you start this one off because you kind of got into the answer.
Okay.
Do you feel as though there's anything that men can do?
Beating off will save you so much time and wasted energy with loser bitches. So fellas, fuck that. When you going on a date, before you know what I'm saying, before you get in the shower, beat your meat, bro.
Please.
Just cause it's like,
And I hate,
you might be too, I'm gonna let you cook, but you might be too pressed. You might say dumb shit. You might just be, bro, you wanna go on a date level and chill and not worry about no pussy. And I feel like it was a failure because you ain't get no pussy tonight. Just beat your dick, bro. Like, it'll save you so much time. Fuck a date. If you go into a bit, no, you know what? If you go into a bitch house, you want to impress her, here's a tidbit too. Mm-hmm. You want to impress a bitch, beat your dick earlier in the day. Not before you go on.
yeah, don't do that.
Because you're going to be like, wah.
Yeah, be careful. He's right. If you, like you said, you trying to impress, you know you about to fuck. Like,
Yeah, if you ain't trying to take no Viagra or Blue Chew or nothing.
Yeah.
Go, if you, the day at 8, you get dick around
Around like what, four?
I say like 1.
Because you give yourself, you giving yourself even more time. There's nothing wrong with giving yourself more time. I would say cut that off, like you said, maybe at the very maximum a few hours before.
Yeah, no more than like 5 hours before.
I just get head, don't fuck.
Okay, mister, I got bitches all the time.
No, for real.
What
Like,
you keep saying?
if
I just want the neck.
If a nigga like, yo, to help with the post nut clarity, if you get the neck and you nut, most of the time you fulfill. You not trying to fuck
Mike,
this girl.
but before that though.
Yeah, like before you get there. He's like,
Mike is solely coming from a place of I get bitches, so it's like, yeah, she might offer me the pussy, but I ain't trying to pipe. I just want the neck. I ain't trying to straight. Like, no.
To avoid the personal clarity, just don't fuck her. Every nigga want head. Me personally, it'd be a bitch that I won't fuck, but I can get some head. Bro.
So wait. So you know the answer. I mean the question, right? The question is like, what can you do for yourself to avoid the feeling of personal clarity? You're saying your question to that. I mean your answer to that is
Get more head, get more bitches, nigga.
So just get the head from her.
Just get the head.
But the post-nut clarity can still come in the picture.
Yeah, you might regret it.
After you bust.
Oh, I'll never regret it.
You never regret no head from bitch?
Yeah, bro, what the fuck? Really? Unless it's bad.
Yeah,
Then
it's bad.
Bad.
A bad bitch can give you bad head. So it's
I don't see like getting like bad head and then being like, I ain't fucking with you. I just get some head. If you like, yo, I'm trying to get my shit off, you can beat your shit, get your nut off, or you can just get the neck. Get the nut off and you like, alright, I'm not gonna fuck her. I just wanted to get my shit off.
I'd be wanting to fuck though.
But see, the thing is with that personally, because I feel as though I'm still going to feel however it is I'm meant to feel about you after you top me off. So if I see that and I'm exposed to it, I'm going to make a decision predicated off of that. Now I didn't sleep with you, I didn't fuck you, so it is a bit of a difference in that realm. But the post-nut clarity still comes into play because I might think of you differently now. I want to be there at all. And then also with that, depending on where I see it going with the girl. I am the guy that's a bit, maybe at times, to a fault. I don't know really say it would be to a fault. I am very mindful of like the female in that aspect.
Of what?
Of her getting off. To be real with you, bro, I don't think I've ever went somewhere and just got caught. I don't think this ever happened.
Oh, yeah,
I think like as far as like a date or going to a bitch crib.
Yeah,
That no, you're right, because that don't like.
that's wild.
I can't think about just getting topped and then leaving.
No, that's
Nah, bro,
I mean,
right.
I did have one, which she probably gave me some of the best stuff I had in my life. It was one bitch that was terrible. That bitch was nasty, but she gave some of the crazy.
Bro, that's how they always are.
I told y'all about it. I was like, she give me top like the chicken wing because that shit was just amazing. So in that round, but I did one time. I did fuck, but I was disgusted as I was fucking. I remember I never forget. I was sitting from the back on the couch and like you know how big bitches build. Like you really can't see their vagina. Like you gotta kind of spread the cheek a bit. And it's a slit. It literally is just a slit.
You play peekaboo for the pussy?
Pretty much. So I got it in there, and I remember I probably hit for like maybe 2 minutes. I was watching the Knicks on TV while I was hitting. And she was like, oh my God, Jordan, I'm coming. I was like, how? I'm giving out terrible. Like I think she just wanted to fuck me so bad.
But yeah, nah, bro. I've had.
I'm watching this nigga Kurt Thomas go crazy. Like,
I'm just.
Yo, hey, yo,
What? No.
That man was going what?
bro, y'all niggas know what I'm saying.
Nah. I don't know what the fuck you saying.
Anyway, continue.
Heard you.
You're wildin'. Yeah, bro. We need next question, bro.
Nah, go ahead. What you about to say,
I don't
nigga?
want to talk about it, bro.
Nah, go ahead. What you about to say, nigga?
I don't remember, bro.
Bro, I said I'm fucking showing you on the couch and I'm watching the Knicks play. Did Kurt Thomas play for the Knicks?
You said,
I know what y'all doing.
You said Kurt Thomas going crazy.
He's going crazy right now while I'm fucking showing you.
You didn't say that the last time.
What? I said I'm hitting Shorty watching the Knicks and she's like, I'm coming. I'm like, yeah, Kurt Thomas going crazy right now. I'm not paying Shorty no mind. Y'all niggas taking shit to
I know,
that.
you paying Kurt Thomas, man.
Right,
Heard you. We know.
Anyway, continue, brother. You had something you were saying.
But I was just saying, bro.
Y'all niggas.
I've had a John like just come and give me a head, bro. I'm not paying.
Bro, I don't. It was a
Nah,
bitch
it wasn't.
like.
I think that was only probably, bro, as far as like just a head session, bro, that's been happened less than 5 times for me. Like just a head session, like that's probably less than 5 times or less.
Just head.
Just head, bro. I can, bro.
Literally
I
outside
can
the
count
show.
how many times it's happened. Yeah. I don't want to be like, yeah, this is a month. Nah, I've had it probably like twice.
Okay, but you the way you introduced it, you made it seem.
but it was like for me it was like, all right, I don't want to fuck this girl, but like I said, you want to suck some dick? Go ahead, girl.
Nah, I feel like with me, bro, that's the thing. Like, it's nothing wrong with it. I understand why niggas do it, but from my answer to the question specifically, I would agree with Big. And I don't like the reason why I wanted to bring this up specifically because there's still some sort of narrative around this as if it's like funny or like niggas shouldn't be doing that. Like, why you beat your dick before you go fuck with her, bro? It is one of the best things. Yes, bro. Because niggas, bro. I don't know. When we was kids, when we were younger, growing up to now, motherfuckers like to act like they don't beat their dick. I don't understand.
I never understood why like people were supposed to make story.
I hated that shit. It's like, yo. Bro, it's nothing wrong with that, but in this realm, it's really not anything wrong with it. But because doing that has stopped me from making a lot of bad decisions.
But we gotta remember we around niggas that like how I be like, I fuck bitches. Niggas think like they get the most unlimited pussy ever. Like I don't never need to do nothing.
They got pussy on call. Right, and they know they lying, but it's for show. That's why I said them type of niggas would be the niggas that try to laugh you out.
I don't beat my shit, bro. I don't need to. I don't need to beat my shit. Alright, you just fuck a bitch every day.
Every morning.
You ever been texting a bitch that you was messaging or texting on the phone with that you probably shouldn't have been on the phone with or texting, and it's like, I could go see her right now. Let me go to the bathroom quick.
I've done that.
I've done that and saved myself a lot of heartache because of that. And a lot of bad decisions because of that.
Really, and that's how I know it's a dangerous thing. Cause like I said, I'll be doing my thing, sexing a chick that I really don't care for, and I know I don't care for. But obviously I know I'm about to bust when we sexting. I say goofy shit like, yo, I can see you hold my child. Like I say goofy shit like that.
You did say you talk
with bitches that, right? Which I know I don't see that with.
That's just your bad.
Yeah, as soon as I go, I'll be like, what the fuck was I thinking? I never see you hold my child. Niggas talk about it all the time, and they be like, yo, I think I heard it on the podcast. I forgot who the fuck said it. But he was like, you ever be sexing a joint, niggas be setting up like flights with these bitches that they live out of town. And then they bust it like, damn, I got this bitch flying in tomorrow. Or like,
bro, is emotional clarity when you drunk too? Drunk?
What you mean?
Drunk clarity? That's what the fuck I mean.
Well, yeah, when you sober up, when you wake up in the morning, like, damn.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing, because you fucked, obviously. I'm assuming.
I'm like, you ever just been drunk and talking your shit? I be waking up like, who the fuck said
Oh, yeah. I feel like, see, I don't think I've done that. Because anytime that I shoot the shot off of the drunk text, it's a bitch that I would fuck even if I was sober. So I wake up in the morning kind of more so like laughing at like, yo, I'm bothered.
Sober me and drunk me are two completely different.
I would say the same thing for myself as well, but like I'm what Jordan said, like if I'm texting a bitch, if I'm wild texting a bitch while I'm drunk, it's a bitch that I'm sober thinking about like that.
Yeah.
The drunk text it just made me I'm inebriated enough to where it's taking away the inhibitors in my brain to be like, don't text her, Brandon.
Yeah.
It'll make you do that shit.
The liquid courage will make you do things like that you really know you probably wouldn't really do if you were sober, but it puts you over the edge a little bit.
Nah, I just be on my own saying anything. If I know you don't know you.
I woke up
drunk with girlfriends like, oh.
Yeah, you want some different shit,
bro. Drunk me a completely different person.
But get into the second, because I've heard, but that's the third question. I don't know what question. We on the road right now.
Like, get into the 97 question.
Get into this next question, because I don't know what number we on. Would you say that women have post-nut clarity? Do you believe that? Because I've heard ladies had this conversation.
So, I think females have a different type of post-nut clarity. I think, and I can honestly say it might be some females that had an experience with me. I know some females had it with niggas that they say, hey shit, bitch, give up the pussy. Get they shit off, they finish, and then they see like, damn, this nigga just wanted to fuck me.
Right.
He don't really give a fuck about me. Because a lot of females that I know, and some females I kind of was in my two-faced bag. Some I was like, bitch, I don't care how you feel that. If you feel like I want you, that's on you. But some that feel like, alright, this nigga fuck with me, he fucking with me, I'm gonna give him some, we finna keep it moving. Then the next day, they wake up, they like, good morning, how you doing? No response. It's like, damn, he just wanted to fuck with me.
Right.
So I feel like that
type of, that's what I'm saying.
I can only speak from my experience with this. I've never really had a female be with me like, oh, girl, come tap, girl, I gotta pick you up. I've never had that type of clarity.
No, I haven't had that.
But I have had a female the next day or 2 days after they like, so are we? No.
Like straight up now.
Like,
but
I ain't say that straight up now, but I'm like, now that we done had sex, I done gave you some pussy. Whoa.
Man. You already said that? You heard that nigga just say?
Hey, yo.
That if we just had some sex and I gave you some pussy.
I heard what he said, bro.
I thought of myself.
Feel like, hey, yo, this.
I thought about
you ain't pausing though, but
hey, yo, that's much, you know what I'm saying?
You said whoa and it stopped, but you got it.
You gave Shorty some pussy?
No,
You
bro.
just get your sister all the time?
I feel bad.
Next you're gonna get the little septum piercing and shave the size of your head and put the little soldier boy cut in the joint. Say like,
Yo! But I feel like that's the female opposing clearly. Like, damn, I done gave him some and now he really don't fuck with me.
Right, no, I feel you. And that's actually a good way to look at it because I've never looked at it that way specifically. But I do think that that's how they go about it because it's a different level for them. The clarity in which they need will always, not always, but it's more likely to align to see if the nigga really fucks with them compared to us. It's like we get the nut off and we make judgment calls on you predicated off of that nut that we just got off. So I see what you with that. How you feeling? What you think about that?
I feel like post nut. This is again, obviously my opinion, but it's like for me, I think women's post nut clarity ain't even nut clarity. I think it's like bitches only reevaluate like the niggas they gonna fuck after it's trash. After they realize that shit is trash. Cause it's like one day we gonna have a discussion about how a lot of you niggas that talking about y'all fuck bitches a lot don't be getting callbacks. Cause like you fucking 1,001 hoes, but you only fuck them one time. Why is that, G?
Why is that, bro?
Damn.
She don't call you. She don't hit you back 2 months later.
Yeah.
Week later.
Just on the
Fucking
rate.
6 months.
The time scale
Means nothing.
You get the hit back is what we talking about.
She gets you 2 years later. She remembered the mark that you left on her. So I think, to me, obviously I know women probably have like, but you know, I don't want to say that because I feel like when a bro want to fuck you, she want to fuck you. Like, and it's only really of 2 ways. They fuck you because she want to fuck, and they fuck you because they like you. So it's like, they fuck you because they like you, they really just want to
Or they want to make somebody jealous.
Or that too. But it's like, that's falls into the fuck you when I want to fuck you. Right. But it's like, they do that, and then it's like, okay, you got a nut. But then it's like, there's also the clarity of like, this nigga fucked me and it was trash and I ain't getting no nut. Here goes the clarity. Don't ever
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Their version of clarity, they have it, but it's a lot different than what we see.
They can operate on the clarity of them getting a nut and being like,
a lot of
I just don't see it. I just don't see it where it's like a bitch bust and she's like, ooh, I don't want to talk to this nigga no more. I don't see a bitch doing that like that. I know that's a fact. That's a fact.
A lot of niggas.
So it's like if a nigga's making a bitch come like that, she ain't just clipping a nigga from the roster. We not about to say that.
I can't necessarily say that because I've heard stories. I've never really been in a position where I had to see that face to face, but I've heard stories of, and I wouldn't even see. This is the thing. I do agree with you in the sense that like they have the clarity, but it's not really. It doesn't have to necessarily follow up the idea of an orgasm. Right. Because like you said, some bitches don't even get it. I've heard stories of women engaging in sex with a nigga. And a few minutes in, knowing that he trash and just being like, yeah, you could leave. Like, I've never been there and I would feel terrible as a man if I ever got put in that position.
You can leave?
Like, it's not perfect. I've definitely heard that before.
Jones told you that?
Jones told me, like, other niggas, yeah. And when I heard a chick say that, I remember, I'll never forget, I was just like, God, like, just imagine yourself in that position. Because as a man, I've never been there.
You can leave.
You feel me?
It's outliers of females, like, they can just fuck niggas and I've heard that, like, being in school, bro, like, females just talking, like, damn, you did that to a nigga. Like, yeah, this shit was trash, whatever.
Yeah.
Yo, well, the funny thing is, like, bitches talk about that tough shit, but if you told that to them, then what?
What you say?
If you bitches talk all that shit, it's like, yeah, just told that nigga get out. But if, like, you, like, 6-stroking, like, yeah, you know what, I ain't even, this trash, you can leave, mommy.
They gonna
feel a certain way.
How you think she would feel after that?
She would cry.
They would cry.
She would run this whole
Once
experiment when a nigga fucks a brother, like, yeah, nah.
I've been told a story, bro. I told you the story where the chick was like, she explained to me what happened. I was like, he a real nigga. I ain't really want to say that to her, but she told me like she got invited over by homie. Homie was just real with it. He fucked her, and she was kind of on slide type activity. That's what she was on, and she kind of knew that. She went over there. Homie fucked her. Was like, yeah, I need you to leave. Like he literally said that after he got it, like not even a minute after.
So it's not like he was saying it was trash.
Nah,
well,
yeah.
It could have been trash because you could fuck some trash pussy and still not.
But that's it. I think it's like Mike even said in that moment with him and the shorty that he wasn't really digging. He wanted to leave. Now, granted, you about to not just verbally come out and be like, bitch, I gotta get the fuck up out of here. I don't really fuck with you like that. But he was being realistic in that point. But it further, it speaks to what you were saying because she was so disgusted and hurt by it. But I'm pretty sure she's been put in predicaments. Maybe she's not done it, but where she probably was like, I don't even want to deal with this nigga. Like, I wish he would leave. But that's women being women. They want certain things to favor them, and they don't like when niggas have it to favor them. That's the way it works. I will say at one point in time, I went to this a while ago. I did not. It wasn't that kind of running, but I knew it wasn't going to where I needed to go to. I was fucking one of these bitches. I was fucking a bitch out of Bryn Mawr at college. A lady, a female. Brim, I think
with the clean up.
2021 we respected bros.
He trying to feed
All
on
2021 we respected bros.
Bros. We respected bros.
Yeah, what was I talking to? What I said? Like, bro, this is the reason I didn't even jump on your story. Who the fuck was I talking to when somebody kept getting mad about me saying bros, yo?
We was at the Cups and Combos.
Oh yeah, that's where it was. I'm never gonna stop saying bros.
So I was at Bryn Mawr, that female.
She was gonna see this too.
She gonna see it. And I remember I was striking the joint, but it was one of them nights, and you had them nights, fellas. It's okay to admit, where my shit was just on erect and gummy for no reason, like
medium swole.
It couldn't stay in one spot. So I got in it.
Like, hey.
I got in it. Word. Fuck. I got in it honestly, and I was rocking, and I lost that shit in it. I never forget I was on top of her. It be like you can't even get. It be getting in and out of the hole, not lying incorrectly.
Yeah,
like, fuck. So I'm looking at her, and I never forget her face. She had that face like, oh my god, this fucking really. So then, because I knew I was fucking shit,
yeah.
so I pulled the good old love out the bag. I'm like, look, I'm gonna get my note off somehow, some way. So then I told her, I was like, nah, that's not gonna work. I ain't feeling it. So I go, nigga, I know I'm a killer with the tongue. So I go down there, and she's going crazy. She going crazy. And then she gave me top, and it was good. So oh my god, that was so hot. So it ended up working for me.
You feel me? Tongue back, bro.
But that shit. As a real nigga, when you get moments like that, you gotta have something to rely on. Cause not saying that, and I'm the type of nigga, if I give out trash, I do feel as though I need to get redemption. I've never been a nigga to be like,
I'm a redemption nigga too.
Yeah, bro.
I'm a redemption if I give a fuck. Like,
but
I didn't hear what you saying.
You give it out on the. You'll give out the trash to a John. Like I don't want to give.
Just off the
fly. If I like,
no.
Like if I don't have to necessarily like you, but it's like I want to leave a good mark on Shorty.
Right.
She's attractive, but she may be a shitty person. But I want the attractive one to know I can
I
turn
get
on.
that.
Yeah, but it's just like, man, when I say trash dick, I'm here to get me off. Right. So it's like I'm not giving trash dick for myself. I'm giving trash dick to you.
Right.
I'm just surprise. I'm not
surprise.
Like all that fly shit. But look, I'm about to love to you for 45 minutes while we listen to some motherfucking Joe Divert and all. No, bitch.
Y'all had music in the background.
I'm gonna have one. Bitch put that shit on one time. It was a Leah Rock the Boat. No.
Gonna do it. I get too caught up in the lyrics, bro. That didn't get me off that gummy on hard shit. Like I be going back and forth.
Yeah, maybe I just haven't had the right track on.
Yeah,
but it's like
I'll send you some mixes.
Okay, please do. But it's like all that other shit. Let me hear you like lose your breath when I'm
actually asking Shorty if she like that. I never asked. We be talking about shit on the show, and then I'll be like, damn, this shit that I never asked her. But that's a good question because I mean they never had sex. Yeah, her. But I ain't never asked her that. But I don't know, bro. Like you one of the only niggas I know that get down with that. Yeah, because a lot of motherfuckers. But then but that's the thing. I also run into bitches that really like I ran into bitches where it shouldn't have like it's they listen to shit that you shouldn't listen. I remember one chick was like, I was getting fucked by this nigga and I was listening to Meek Mill. I was like, what the fuck? She was a hood bitch, but I was.
We gonna turn some sexual music on.
Nigga was behind. I'm in my bag. I'm in my.
I mean, I guess if you just having like a real quick physical encounter and it's like, this is what it is. We hear wham bam goodbye, but it's like, bro, if I'm in Missionary, which is my favorite, and I'm looking at the bitch, lady.
Yeah,
you just corrected me, nigga.
I know, right?
Well, corrected yourself.
If I'm looking at you and I'm trying to like, you know what I'm saying, bro. That's a little accepted to me. Like I said, maybe I just haven't had the right music because the only time a bitch did it was Aaliyah Rock the Boat. And it was like, I need some. Mike, send me a playlist, bro.
Yeah, send me some. I'm about to get on though. Like, I gotta probably be drunk a little bit so I can like, you know what I mean? Not be in my own head. For real, I can't be in my own. Cause that's what I'm saying. I do, when it comes to sex, I do things to make sure I don't, not necessarily self-conscious, but too self-aware. Because when you do that, and a lot of females do that with sex, that's why a lot of, and they'll tell you, that's why a lot of them have trouble with initiating sex. Because they get so self-aware that they don't want to feel like they about to fuck something up. It's been plenty of times I had conversations with women about that, like, yo, why y'all so afraid to initiate? And they'll be like, and I never understood this. They'll say like, because I'm afraid of whoever I'm dealing with, if I put myself out there and show that I want it and they reject me. But it's like we put ourselves in a position to be rejected by
but like you know in the episode, females aren't used to rejection.
Yeah, but you that's true. But I feel like even with that being said,
deep in the bag.
Yeah, you that deep of it's a nigga that you fuck. You know how many times niggas probably be laying up with their wife trying to get close to the butt at the end of the night. They be like, oh my god, I'm not feeling it. Then if a nigga was like, I'm never going to initiate sex again, man, I'm so upset.
Bro, you been with your girl, you try to like man, look, come here so you can try like put your butt on my lap. And she's like, no, nigga, not tonight.
Right.
What you like, I'm never gonna do it again.
I remember what I used to do. It ain't never work with my. That shit made me mad when that shit wouldn't work. Cause I try to make sure it could hurt her feelings. Like when she'll do that and I'm really in the mood, but she like, I'm not feeling it. I'm like, fuck it, I'm about to go in the bathroom and beat my shit. Just to see how just to see how I did it like a couple of times. She's like, okay. I'm like, damn, man, you don't like me? Like that type of shit.
You was like, I know me better than anybody know me then. I know how to do me.
So that's what I'm saying. It's just like we go through that shit all the time, lady. That's why I don't be giving a fuck that bullshit y'all be talking about. I just don't give a fuck. Yeah, so we gonna get. I mean, honestly, this last question that I had, we kind of already answered it. Mm-hmm. I was just gonna say that I did come across some shit, and it was said on the podcast, which it made a lot of sense. It was like you really don't know if you do like somebody until you come. And I do think, like, I was gonna ask y'all heard about that.
No, I thought that to myself. Quit.
I feel like you don't know somebody. You don't know you like somebody until you fuck, have sex. Like,
but you can still like somebody and be like not the best,
even,
bro.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You can still like somebody and be not the best amazing sex.
Yeah, that happens all the time. You like somebody that's not like you haven't liked somebody or cared for a person, even though you know the sex wasn't the great. It don't have to be the greatest.
It don't have to be terrible, bro. But it's just not fucking super duper S tier amazing.
It is, nigga.
I don't know, bro. I'm just trying to make sure y'all not sitting up here saying y'all like somebody that don't have good sex.
Well, it's not necessarily. Well, even B just said it. It's not that it's not bad. It's not.
You've had better.
Yeah, you've had better. You've dealt with somebody.
But you like this person. Cause you can fuck a bitch all day to give you S tier sex, but she a piece of shit as a person. You gonna fuck with her?
I've had a lot of good sex with bitches that was not good.
But I'm not gonna take a girl serious if I'm not fucking with her sex on the top.
So where she got to fall in your list for you to like her and fuck with her for the long term?
It has to be sexed out.
Mike, like she gotta be Brittany White level. What the fuck is she talking about?
It has to be sexed out and joy, like.
Bro, but we're not saying it's bad, so it's like
yeah.
Above average is still good.
That's still good sex. It's not like I'm saying like it could be somebody that you really feeling. She might not fall in your top 3 or top 2, but she a top 5, top 6.
I'm thinking y'all saying, oh, I like her. Her shit not the best though. I'ma just keep her around because I like her personality.
You like her. You like her.
Yeah. Like because I see what you're saying. Like
she's not my best body, my second best body, but
she like top 5, top 6.
Yeah.
I ain't saying she top 25. Like that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, okay.
Damn 23 or whatever. But nah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
So it's kind of like with me, I guess with that question specifically, I agree with it 100%. I've never said it that way. I've always felt that way about it, but I've never said it directly in that way. But when I heard it, I was like, that's really true because that's why women, I think a lot of times, I guess you kind of branch off with this question, but like women like to undermine the importance of physicality and sex and intimacy. And they ask people why they feel as though men prioritize it as much. That kind of question and that answer aligns directly to why I prioritize it as much. Because I do feel that way. This is what post-nut clarity is. We speaking to that already to a degree. It's like, I have sex with you, I nut. If I still feel strongly about you when you get up to wash up and go pee, and I'm like, damn, I really fuck with shorty. I want to cut off and watch whatever the fuck we about to watch for the next couple of hours.
Exactly.
It says a lot about how I feel about you. And I think with me personally, I've noticed women struggle with like, well, sex ain't everything. Men not saying that sex. I'm not saying sex is everything. But it helps me learn a lot about how I feel about you. That's why I feel extremely comfortable with a chick if we go on a first date. Not saying that this has to happen, but we fuck. You feel comfortable enough with me, the vibe is right. We entertain that. It happens and the vibe is still connecting and real. When she leave the next morning, and I walk out, like, it'll be like, how that shit go? Like, properly fuck with shorty, bro. It's
a step that needs to be addressed. I feel like the earlier the sex takes place, the earlier we can move forward into the process of us being together.
I agree with you 100%. What do you feel about women? Because women would probably disagree with you more times than not with that. They wouldn't feel as strongly about what you just said.
Right.
Like that's the problem that I have with it. I think it creates a disconnect.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay. What you're saying. I just kind of just went deeper in detail on the part of I do feel like, just like you said, having sex with someone, if it's the first date, the second date, for men and probably for women too, if they would stop looking at it as he's just trying to fuck.
Well, I don't want to be viewed a certain way kind of thing. Mm-hmm.
We grown. And if you fucking with a nigga that's be like, oh yeah, she a hoe, cause obviously that's not a nigga.
That's young boy mentality. Man.
You don't want a nigga like that anyway. So again, because y'all were able to have sex, you can see that you wouldn't have seen.
Yeah.
You wait 90 days and you do it, and you like, I got some. Now you with a weak nigga for 4 months.
Exactly.
Instead of you should have just did it when you felt it, whatever, first night, second night.
Whatever you felt comfortable. When you was trying to put it on the back burner because you didn't want to come off a certain way, you didn't want to seem like women like I don't want to seem too easy. There's nothing about you that it comes off as easy to me if the vibe is right and I'm
You're
fucking
easy
with you.
to me. I use easy if you're doing that with multiple
Yes,
people.
exactly.
But if you like me and you're dealing with me and we go on the first date and it's cool, we both like the vibe, we go back to your place of mine and we fuck and we both enjoy the experience. That doesn't make you easy. That don't make you a hoe or none of that silly shit. That just means we connect and we like each other. So I have no problem moving forward with you off a broad that I like, one on a mental level and physical level. Then we fuck and that's even better. That's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, you doing that with 5 niggas that week.
That's when we having a different conversation.
No, now you a hoe, mommy. Sorry.
Yeah, and that's fair to say. And I also do think the problem with this is specifically why women struggle with understanding that and understanding how, like Mike was saying, it can help you figure out a lot more earlier on.
Right. I want to be a hoe. Just trigger your
I think women they've taken that leap or they felt okay. Let me get this intimate. Yes, the wrong nigga. They get an intimacy a shot a bit earlier than maybe they would like to with the wrong nigga, and then all of a sudden, all niggas that approach them are coupled in with that nigga. Whereas with men, if we run into one bad situation with a female, when we take that chance. It's like, well, that's just her. Like, I'm about to not just stop myself from doing it with other women because I could find something that I really like out of these chicks by taking that step. That's women got like that's a problem. Y'all put on this perception that y'all can move like us, but in reality, y'all walking on fucking thin ice, and that's the problem. You're not being real with yourself. So how can you find anything out that you want to find out?
Bro, I've always said the woman like that I stay away from is the woman that tries to carry herself like a man, not masculine in a physical way, but want to be able to move. The way we move as far as like the way we get women, the way we get suitors, the way we deal with multiple chicks, shorty. Like women just do not like the fact that we can move and fuck bitches with impunity. Or I'm sorry, without impunity, where we can just move and it's like, Mom, I'm sorry, if I fuck 100 bitches, you call me homie's nothing. Yeah. Now, and here we go back to the body shit, and I ain't really trying to rehash, but it's like, you fucking 10 niggas that week or 7 niggas that week, I don't want to fuck with you for it.
Right.
Like, sorry. But it's like, you have put your reputation out there in a way that I don't want to deal with. And that's perfectly okay for me to say. You don't like it, because that just means I'm not fucking with you. But maybe move a little bit better. Maybe value yourself a little bit better. And I get you can say, well, why don't you value yourself?
Those rules don't apply to me, and I know that hurts for you to hear. And yes, it's you have things that I can ask you the exact same question on the losing side while you're on the winning side, but I'm not bothered by that because I understand that's how you have things set up. With this, it's the opposite way. I have it set up to favor me. You don't. That's okay. Can we please move on? Women get so caught up in trying to like showcase that can be just like men that they lose themselves with doing it. Like yo,
women want to have a pseudo dick so bad. And it's fucking frustrating.
It really is, bro.
Like you bitches want to have this I'm saying bitches now because I mean it. You bitches want to have this like imaginary pseudo dick to walk around and move how we move as far as like with life and people and relationships and business and all that type of shit. It don't fucking work. You look fucking goofy. You look crazy. You're a fish out of water and that's not the lane you're supposed to be in. Now I'm not talking about gender roles, but it's like you want to be successful like the Busset Challenge. Been providing me quality content for the past 3 days. Quality. I would never wife a broad that's doing the Busset Challenge. Why the fuck would I do that? You on the internet campaigning from attention from motherfuckers you don't even know based on your looks and how sexually aggressive you are? Where the fuck would I want you?
What about the females? It's a challenge.
It's a challenge. Okay, it's gonna be a challenge for you to find somebody who gives a fuck about you. That's also gonna be a challenge.
But see, that's the problem would be. It is, but it really isn't because a lot of niggas don't move in a way that we move.
And then like, niggas doing the fucking Busset Challenge. What the fuck, bro?
Yo, remember when I said like maybe 5 episodes, go to the finest like craftsman in Japan in the Hayabusa forest? No, get a Hayabusa sword and hype that bitch over your chest and do the Lord's work. Do the Lord's work,
Some
bro.
things are just for females, bro. Some things just for females. It's just
wait. Like 50 Cent said it in such a beautiful way. He put it so eloquently.
We'll leave it like this.
It's for the bitches, nigga.
It is.
It's not for you, bro. Like, this for the bitches. This is not for you.
Like I told Mike, I couldn't fathom when you told me a man was doing that. I just assumed that the man happened to be gay. And he was like, nah, it's a straight nigga just trying to show himself off. And I'm like, well, why would he do that? But once again, my mind does not go to that depth.
There's a straight man doing the Busset Challenge. He was just putting different fits on when the beat dropped. Like, brother, don't nobody want to see that. And to the ladies who are doing the Busset Challenge, Stop doing the busted challenge when the beat drop with your cap and gown or your motherfucking doctor's uniform. We don't give a fuck about that.
They trying to remind you, like, I can be, like, kind of cool like everybody else, but then also look at my accolades. Like, no.
Oh, remember, like, I swear to God, we said, like, I don't know how many episodes you... Accolades mean nothing to me. Say that for your mama and your friends. I don't care about you being a brain surgeon.
Congrats, Queen.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing.
I'm not knocking what you do, but stop telling me, like, your career is a selling point to me.
Cause I'll be like, yeah, so what we about to get for dinner? Like, you talking to me about your accolades, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about what you did in your life. Like, okay, where are you headed? What are you trying to do? I ask this all the time. Like I say, the cliche question, it's not cliche because it's really something that you should ask a motherfucker. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Especially at this point of life where we are now, where do you see yourself and what do you want for yourself? Mm-hmm. That type of shit, that you can speak to your accolades, but where is that going to take you? What do you want to do with yourself? I'm more interested in that, because then I can really see if you about to follow through on that plan.
What would you say to a broad like that does the busted challenge, but it's like, well, I have all this going for me and I'm doing this and I just get on the internet because I like to have fun and it ain't even about nothing. What would you say to her?
Me personally, I would just look at it like, you are buying into something. You want to be something more than just what you explained to me. You gave me your accolades, where you stand, what you see for yourself in life, but then you still go on social media to garner the attention from the bitches that don't have them accolades that you got, that you make fun of. So you on the same plateau with them hoes, but you want to be separated so bad. I don't buy in that, man. And I don't look at you. Like you said, it's not a judgment. I'm gonna have my fun to look at it, but then in the same sense, I'm like, I know I would never be with this type of bitch. You know what I'm saying? So that's what men should do. They buy into that shit. They really want to take bitches like this seriously. And that's the, bro. I'm sorry to say this, but them type of hoes is the scum of the earth, my nigga. When they partake in them challenges and they want to be seen in that way, and I'm just not saying that chick. It's whatever challenge is popular to show your ass off somehow, some way is where these bitches partake. They don't give a fuck what song it is.
Like it's just to exclusively showcase yourself in a hyper-sexual way. I want no parts of you. Like, I see what you value and I see what you think is important, even if you don't put a high level of importance on it. The fact that you give a fuck about shit like that, I'm kind of cool.
Like I said, with points, always make sure the one I'm talking to now, when I talked about this, she was like, yeah, I don't understand that type of shit. Like, I don't get it. I would never do that. I feel like it's stupid. He's doing it for attention. I was like, now the point on the board, that type of shit is important. Like, just understand that you want to really deal with somebody that, I think women that do that and they prioritize that, they lack substance. And with dating, you want somebody that has substance. Because that's all dating is. You want to be able to live and be with somebody for the rest of your life and die together. So you don't want to die together.
And we speaking to women because we deal with women, but there's shit that dudes engage on the internet that they do that makes them mad corny.
We talk about the lame shit.
Of course, so it's like whatever challenge these dudes do or whatever, it don't have to be a challenge, but you know, you seeing dudes like, I don't know, just flashing a bunch of money or whatever the fuck dudes do to come off in a corny way. I would say, ladies, you need to reevaluate or whether you need to be with somebody like that or not. Like, that's clown shit, bro.
Don't
like,
care about your money, bro.
Nobody cares.
Everybody getting it.
Everybody has a job. Some make more than others, but it's like, it's just some shit that, like, seeing out of a significant, not a significant other, but a potential suitor, it's just like, yeah, I see the kind of shit you value, or the kind of shit that you care to showcase or display to the world. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of cool off that. I don't want the person I give a fuck about that to put that much of a value on it.
So, what you about to say, Mike? I'm drunk. I'm not drunk.
He's drunk. This boy wine. I gave this boy half of.
Here you go, nigga. I'm tired, bro. It's 12:45.
This nigga Jordan like, yo, I'm ready to start the podcast.
Wrapping this up. I know y'all missed this.
100%.
We missed this. So I know y'all missed this.
Yes, missed it a lot. But we back, full effect. We're going to be dropping every week. Don't concern yourself with what happened and ever occurring again. You don't want that. We figured some shit out. We good to get now.
Follow us on Instagram.
What else?
Twitter.
What else?
Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. Facebook.
Man, if it's on the internet, we there. For the most part, 9 times out of 10, we there.
Merch coming soon.
You already know the vibes. We got the link tree everywhere. Go to the Problematic Gentleman Podcast page on IG.
Can y'all subscribe to the YouTube page? Subscribe, like, share. Do that on all platforms.
Guests.
Out there.
We will have guests real soon.
We want to be real with y'all. We trying to figure out how to format it so we can get another mic on here. And our software is not allowing us to do a fourth at this point, but we just gonna switch. We're gonna go to another software.
We already know we need to get done. We about to get that going soon. Exactly. We got a couple. Like I said, we would definitely want female guests to come on first because I feel like a lot of these topics in which we discuss would really help when they give a female perspective on it. And I know y'all can enlighten us. We can enlighten y'all away. So I'm very interested to have those conversations. sanctions.
We'd like to have a OnlyFans broad on here. Anyone? OnlyFans lady?
I wouldn't mind that conversation.
Bro, I want to get to the mind of a broad that does that. I want to talk to an OnlyFans broad, bro.
I would not mind that conversation at all.
You got OnlyFans?
Unless you let me join the OnlyFans.
Facts.
Michael be putting up nut
I can't
videos?
join.
Nah, bro, nah.
What he said? He gonna be putting up nut videos.
Nah, bro.
Michael be like, oh, that type of time.
You gonna be on camera getting a mouth hug from Shorty?
Nah, bro. I changed my mind.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been what, the 14th installment.
Yeah, it's been a fun ride. We back with content. You
the
fucking vibes.
Problematic Gentlemen Podcast. We love you.
TGV.